don't care if you've been trying to bond with your horse all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the stack. Smoke me out, fam, with that dang shit. On my left, the oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
Excelsior.
Yeah, on my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choking people out on the threes and fours, Chronos.
I'm so tough, I want my ass with aluminum foil, y'all.
Ooh, last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
14 days, no nut November. I'm already 32 times lost.
Oh, God damn.
Oh, man.
But you know what? You're ahead of the curve for Destroy December.
I sure the fuck am.
You're about to die in December.
Yeah, man. I only made it up to day 14
You
last
made
year.
fucking lying. You survived 3 days.
On Destroy Dick December?
No, on No Nut November.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, day
I
3.
didn't last that long.
And
I
you
didn't
up
last
here
that
trying to preach to other
Yeah.
folks. Don't be busting. But you up here busting left and right.
Got to spread the gospel.
Oh,
What-
spend your DNA is what you're doing.
What do they say? Like, if your birthday is in August, that means your dad didn't
Failed No Nut November, yeah.
Dad lost.
Completely failed it.
God.
We're starting off naked. Anybody up in that chat?
Yeah, Wild Dog, what's going on? So if y'all are watching the live stream, the video is fucked up. I don't really know why.
Got green line.
You should be able to hear us, right?
Okay.
Hopefully you can hear us.
Let us know in the chat. if
I'll try to fix the video.
We're broadcasting from Earth 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
While that's
We still have Stan Lee here.
yeah, while that's getting worked out, we got some RIPs. Old Ninja, take us away.
So first, we are going to start with the Thousand Oaks shooting.
Yep.
So RIP to all the victims of this randomly mass shooting of young people getting shot up by someone who was apparently bored, allegedly. He just ran out, was bored, and came out and just started shooting folks.
Fucked up.
Dude, it's a fucked up story. Like, listening to, like, some of the parents talk about, like, what, like, you know, coming in and find out their only son is dead. Then hearing other people's story about, like, being there and trying to fucking, like, people on the second floor, like, smashing out windows with chair and jumping out the window just to fucking get away from this crazy fucking gun shooter.
So what fucks me up is there's a victim, I forgot their name, but they survived the Vegas shooting.
Oh, yeah. There was a few of them.
And then they died. Yeah, was it more than one?
Yeah,
I know
there's
there's
about 2 or 3.
I saw that there was one gentleman.
Hold on. The reason why there was more than one is because they were literally having their, like, they have meetings. And one of their meetings, or like survivors of the shooting, was at that bar at that day. So that's the reason why there's so many of them.
That makes sense.
But then some of them were victims of this shooting. So they survived one mass shooting and died at another one. And what was fucked up, this brings to mind the Dark Knight shooter.
Oh, yeah, the movie theater.
So at the theater shooting, there's a woman that was in the crowd. She survived a mass shooting in Canada, moved to Colorado, decided to go out. Her friends convinced her to come out, and she died in that shooting.
That's awful.
So RIP to the victims of this terrible tragedy. And then the California wildfires burning up. There's several fires throughout the state, both Northern California and Southern California. The count was increased today to 52 deaths I saw about an hour ago. There's the town of Paradise, California, 80% burned down, so that town's wiped out
Pretty much.
by these fires.
Did you hear about the statistics about the smoke? About how the smoke trail from this fire is so large that the smoke is having an effect on Detroit. Like, that's how massive it is.
Wait, what? From the NorCal or SoCal or both?
Probably both.
Yeah, because let's see, there's the fire in SoCal, which is caught in up to Malibu, which has burned out a couple of celebrity homes, including one of the homes owned by the Kardashians.
Gerard Butler.
Yeah, he showed a video, I guess, of before and after, because I guess he left before the fire hit his area, and then he came back and showed video of his whole area burnt out, cars melted and whatnot. There was also fires up here in the Santa Cruz Mountains.
I didn't know that.
Golden State Park in San Francisco had 3 fires in less than 24 hours.
What the fuck? In the park?
In the park,
Damn.
that was suspected maybe arson, but nothing's been officially released that I last saw about a day ago. And then up in the Chino Hills or whatever, by Chico State, they're fired up there. So Chico State's been evacuated. There's been no school for about a week.
Damn.
So the fires have been raging out.
Yeah, in case you want to see how much of our state is on fire.
There's something out.
Yeah, here you go. Here's a map. There's it's a lot. So the biggest one, I can zoom in here, is this one right here. This is what's the This is the campfire, and this city right here called Paradise. Last I checked, 95% of the city was gone. And it burned down.
Just an FYI, the reason why it's called the campfire fire isn't because it was started because of a campfire. There's a road where the fire originated called Campfire Road, and that's why it has that name.
And the other big one where all the celebrities are, it's this one right here. This is in Thousand Oaks, and as you can see, it's fucking big.
God dang.
Yeah, I think they're saying it's like 3 times the size of San Francisco or something like that. One of them are.
That's crazy.
That's probably Paradise.
So that looks like that's in Ventura County.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy shit, this one's big. See, I used to live near here.
Is that indoor?
That's in SoCal. No, it's near Lake Elsinore. So
yeah, a little north of Escondido. Yeah,
that's where the 74 is. So I used to ride down here all the time.
Wow. Yeah.
And it's crazy because like these fires, like we're here in the Bay Area, in the San Francisco Bay Area, and like the Paradise Fire is pretty far away, but
yeah,
it's the smoke here is so bad. Like the air quality has been unhealthy for like the last 5 or 6 days.
Yeah, so if you're looking at the video, like we're showing, so the Paradise Fire is here, and if you look at my icon, where the podcast is, we're like right around here.
How many miles does it say
right
for the
here.
people who are listening and do not have
We're
video?
probably 100 miles away from that.
Yeah, at least.
Probably it's more
Maybe
than that. Actually, it's more than 100
that's
miles.
like near like my mom. Yeah, it's far.
That's way past. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see that? There's a fire
yeah.
in the East Bay over there. What is that?
I don't know what that one. It's a smaller one.
Or down a little bit farther south.
Yeah, further south.
Oh, this one.
That
Right
one
here?
there.
Yeah. What is that?
Oh, that's one in Sonol.
Wow.
Oh.
It's just
Ooh, in Sonol, it's flat land, a lot of grassy stuff. I know there's a bullfighter ring, or like a rodeo ring. There's a rodeo ring there, and there's nothing but grassy, easy to catch fire stuff out there.
So if y'all wondering like where the podcast studio is, it's somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. I'm not gonna tell you exactly where, but somewhere
not
around
too
here.
Pacific.
Not too, yeah. So RIP to the people who lost their lives, including families who've lost homes, as well as the firefighters and first responders that have been trying to help people and lost their lives.
Dude, some of the stories coming from that is intense too. Like there was a woman, she was like people trying to leave the town. They're like pretty much stuck in like dead traffic, and the fire started to engulf this woman's car. And so she tried to get out and try to like get away from the fire, and like she was saying like her shoes started melting and her pants caught on fire, and she was like banging on people's doors and stuff like that, and like she didn't know what to do. And like eventually like a fire truck came through and scooped her up and put her in the fire truck, and they basically had told her, brace yourself, we're all gonna die. Like they were surrounded by fire, but somebody in the what is it called? I think it was mine. It was in they were in bulldozer, and they were able to clear a path, and they helped like a lot of people escape. But like man,
Yeah, there was some
that's
guy.
intense.
Some guy had like a Toyota Tundra truck, and he saved a bunch of people. And like they showed he took a picture of his truck, and it was all burned the fucking shit. I'm surprised his tires didn't melt, because literally you can see like the burn marks on the side of his truck.
Damn.
And then Toyota found out about it, and they got him a new truck.
That's awesome.
So
That's
yeah.
crazy. So
that's
yeah,
awesome.
a lot of crazy. There's gonna be a lot more crazy stories as these fires continue to rage on, and even after the fires get dealt with. So yeah. Next on the list, point out some Mickey's malt liquor for Keith Wilder. Known,
is that?
he is the lead singer of the funk group Heatwave, most notably for songs Boogie Nights,
Yeah.
The Groove Line, and Always and Forever.
Yeah.
He died at the age of 65, so R.I.P. to him. Next we have Catherine McGregor, who is known for being the evil old bat from Little House on the Prairie. She was 93, so pouring out.
That's a long life too.
Yeah, pouring out some Chardonnay for her. And then, last but not least, we have Stanley Martin Lieber, also known as Stan Lee, Stan the Man, co-creator of Marvel, passed away at the age of 95. Now, if you are a fan of our podcast, you should very much well know who the fuck Stan Lee is. If you do not, why the fuck are you listening to us?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Why are you on this planet?
Maybe they're branching out.
Yeah, but I mean, I think most of the developed world knows who Stan Lee is.
Even the third world.
But I mean, he's most famously known as the co-creator of Marvel, along with Jack Kirby, He's mostly responsible for probably
Well, I don't think
half your world or all of it.
I don't think he co-created Marvel.
He did co-create Marvel with Jack Kirby and...
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because I know that he worked for Marvel before.
So he worked for, before it was Marvel, he worked for a new... what is this? Mystic Comics. And then their editor-in-chief left. And when Stan Lee was 19-ish, they promoted him to editor-in-chief. And then he ended up writing Marvel's first family, Fantastic Four.
I don't think he started Marvel Comics, though, is what I'm trying. I know he worked there.
He was one of 3.
Are you sure, old Ninja?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Go ahead and fact. Go ahead and fact check. Go ahead and fact check. And this is gonna be a good long tribute.
Yeah, I mean it's.
But here's what we for certain know while he's fact checking. We know Spider-Man co-creator, Hulk, Black Panther, Daredevil, Fantastic Four,
Doctor Strange,
Doctor Strange,
Iron Man, X-Men.
Yeah, X-Men. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on and on.
This guy is the godfather of comics.
Yeah, so he also had, if he did not directly create, he also had a hand or input in other characters such as Blade, Ghost Rider. That list goes on and on. It's probably
pretty much
even longer.
all the big Silver Age heroes and villains that came out of that the 1942.
So he was doing telegraph poles and he was doing communication. His title or his military classification was known as playwright. So yeah, he obviously was involved in the war, but at the war, during the time of the war, he was also doing like, I guess what they call comics at the time. But yeah, he was part of Mystic Comics, and what they say he was part of, he was also part of the Golden Age of comics. So the Golden Age, Silver Age, because we were talking in the 40s.
Yeah.
Because before then was DC. And DC didn't have a rival, really. Well, I mean, they dominated the comics at the time. But then Stan Lee was part of, something that grew out and became big.
Yeah,
outpacing.
I'm always going to give a lot of credit for that time period during the late 70s, early 80s when you had, like, the Incredible Hulk on TV, and then
Wonder Woman was on at the same time, was it not? Or was that before?
Oh man,
was it?
You were around, man.
Yeah.
I saw some of the reruns of Wonder Woman, but I didn't watch it like live.
How'd you not see no Linda Carter with Tickle Bitty spinning around?
Reruns. I saw the reruns.
Oh man, you know how many dudes sprouted through puberty because of that shit?
Well, even though Stan Lee worked on Marvel Comics and a few other, he also did a few comics for DC as well.
He did.
I remember he also was part of. Remember the giant DC versus Marvel crossover they had like back in like '89 or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
He was part of that too, which is kind of awesome. I think he worked on like the Captain America versus Batman and Hulk versus Superman. Yep. I think he helped write that, which is kind of cool. I mean, considering I'm a big DC fan, but the man was a legend, and it's interesting because like I don't know if it was this year or last year. He was at, I think it was this year. He was at Silicon Valley Comic Con signing autographs, and I actually got a chance. I didn't get a chance to see him get his autograph, whatever. But I was able to see him like sitting there, like taking pictures like that. So I was in the same room as this guy, and I had visual contact on him. So that was like my first encounter with him, and plus I also got a chance to see his daughter too, because she was there signing autographs and doing artwork too, which is kind of cool.
Not that this is about him at all.
No.
But fuck Army Hammer for the bullshit he was putting out there.
Yeah, so what was this? What was this about?
Army Hammer basically, he's an actor. If you don't know him, he's been
Lone
in a few
Wolf.
things.
He's in. What was it? He was in.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
He's an actor.
Well,
and
he's in the Facebook movie.
Yeah, but I don't want to side rail. This is a truly a big tribute. But he was basically dissing on people who posted up selfies with Stan Lee in tribute, saying that they were making it all about themselves and that's disrespectful and whatever.
What?
Everybody everybody roasted him. He's a fucking idiot. People mourn in different ways.
Yeah.
this was a huge passing in pop culture and just celebrity nerddom.
What's he gonna say when people post up videos of him, like where Kevin Smith interviews him? What do you say about that?
It was ridiculous. It pissed me off, and it pissed off a lot of people. But again, I don't want to derail things.
Oh, actually, so the official name, the names that he wrote for were different, like companies, like Mystic Comics, and then I guess Timely Comics. That's the most famous. Timely ended up becoming Marvel under him and Jack and. Who's this? There's a Simon. I can't get this name. Simon somebody, but they're the ones who ended up branching off and becoming Marvel Comics. So, yeah, I mean,
you're talking about Joe Simon?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that was the first guy.
That was the tree: Joe Simon, Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, and his actual first name is Stan Lee. His last name is actually Lieber.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, he was just not only a veteran, because Happy Veterans Day to those of you who served, including Cronus, but he was like a philanthropist. He was Tony Stark. He is Tony Stark, but he's also the Fantastic Four. He's also like, all these other things. And it's weird to me that people are throwing shade like Armie Hammer, but people were talking about how he was borderline racist back in the day and how he was a misogynist. Yeah. Which blew my fucking mind because I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, if you look at the Fantastic Four, he put a woman as part of the group. One of the most powerful characters that's probably out there now. When they come back.
But
the women wouldn't help with the racist part, though.
Yeah. Well, I just said misogynist.
Yeah, the main thing.
But
the X-Men, he created most of the X-Men, and he made sure he basically used the civil rights movement to make the X-Men. Like, he took heavily influenced by the civil rights movement. That's why you have Magneto, who was like Malcolm X, and then Professor X, who was like MLK, which is, I mean, that's history. Like, that's not, there's no argument about that. And he's always said he quotes from this guy from the get-go saying how it angered him about having, people not having their civil rights and shit like that. So for somebody to sit out here and say have revisionist history about him being racist or sexist or some shit like that, they're out of their fucking mind.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how you say that because, like, if you look at Magneto and Professor X, they're both looking for this. They both have the same mission about having equal, like, mutants should have their rights and stuff like that. Except they're taking it in two different levels. Like, Malcolm X was more like, violence type toward like getting shit done, where MLK was more peaceful type of protesting and stuff like that.
I will say Malcolm had a huge he also had a huge change in his life when after he went to Islam and even after the breakup with the Nation of Islam. But I hear exactly where you're coming from.
Well, I mean, I think one of the best things about him and inclusion and about people of color is if you watch the first Blade film where Marvel changed how they were doing their movies, there's an interview with Stan Lee and why he gave his stamp of approval as Blade being their first like tentpole movie, not the opening of the MCU, but just them doing movies the way that they felt that they could be translated in this new medium. And he gave a beautiful reason on why they chose Blade, how he felt about Blade's creation, how he was happy with it. And I was surprised because at the time when he was alive, it was Roger Ebert. He gave the movie high praise. That motherfucker did not like shit that came out, especially comic book movies. And he loved the shit out of this. Yeah. That's what made me want to see this movie.
Well, we can't forget, like, the biggest example for me is always going to be Black Panther, where you have a direct response to colonialism, and you take an African king and make him a superhero and from the most technologically advanced country in the world. I mean, none of that was by just accident, and none of it wasn't without its risks in the 60s to make that kind of hero. Ooh. And after the Black Panther Party came about, after this character was out there.
That's important.
Yeah, after this character was out there, they did not change the name of Black Panther, which they could have done to avoid any association with, the political party and all. They kept the name, and it maintained its, its cachet for 50 years, and then you have the movie this year coming out and being $1 billion movie. That's huge.
Something I'm kind of glad this didn't come tuition or whatever, but all like the sexual harassment allegations that came about, like kind of toward it.
Oh yeah,
like a year ago or something like that. That was kind of fucked up. But then also we have the stories about like the elder abuse, where like they had him sitting for like hours and hours signing a bunch of autographs, taking pictures, and it's like,
well, I thought
like in his 90s.
I thought some of that, again, allegations. I don't know what was confirmed or not, but I thought some of that was also finances of his being possibly mismanaged in his name.
Oh yeah.
And that's obviously fucked up. I hate fucking elder abuse. I don't know what happened and what didn't happen, but it was out there. It was certainly out there in media with plenty of stories, ugly stories.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad, but I think one of the, one of the biggest creations out there that he put out there that he talks about with Kevin Smith was Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. Spider-Man, he talks about how anybody could be Spider-Man because nobody knew, apparently for a while, or at the time, he said if you watch the interview, he talks about anybody could be under that mask. He said you could be black, Latino, Asian, but it was really about the struggle that this kid was going through and how he wanted to help people, but he still had to deal with diversity at home.
They showed his flaws. That's what was important.
And he said
his insecurity.
And he said the things that they kept doing, they weren't sure if they were going to connect, but they wanted to put it out there. And he said he's glad it did because it turned into, this huge phenomenon.
He's
for
the
him
face
and
of
his
Marvel.
crew. Yeah, I mean that's definitely even after he left Marvel, he was still the face of Marvel.
Yep.
So I mean, R.I.P. to an icon, Stan the Man. You will be missed, but your legacy will definitely live on.
I love all like the
Contributions?
Not the contribution, but like people like doing like fan stuff for him. Like I think CBR had made a video showing all of his cameos in the Marvel movies and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. But the one that kind of got me was what was it? I can't remember what it was, but I posted it today and I was like, damn, this shit's like seriously sad. I think it wasn't the one with Thanos. I can't remember. I have to like go back and look at my.
Well, what's going to be really sad is that we're still going to see him in cameos in future movies. So he's definitely going to be in Avengers 4, and there's probably a few more movies you're going to see him in still because he recorded. I think it was last year. I think it was something like 14 cameos for movies.
So we'll probably see him in Captain Marvel first.
Yeah.
And
what's crazy is that my local comic shop, it's called literally The Comic Shop. It's in San Leandro, California. There was a small memorial. Like somebody came in the middle of the night and put a small memorial for Stanley. They had like some artwork for him and a little flower in front of the store.
That's fucking touching, man. Yeah. I love that kind of shit, man. This shit, it touched all of us. It can bring us all together. We need to remember, and it's important.
Yeah, those flowers start to die. I'm going to buy some new ones and replace them.
Yeah. So. And we were talking just before the cast, most likely next week when they do the comics on Wednesday, you'll probably see incredible tributes all over every single Marvel comic. And probably even DC will do something too.
They should.
Yeah.
So the story I was telling about, it was the scene from Toy Story 3 where Andy's giving his toys away to the little girl, but instead of it being Andy, it was Stan Lee, and all of the Andy's toys were the Marvel characters. And then when it came down to like the last toy, which is Woody, it turned out to be Spider-Man. He's like, "Oh, look, this is my favorite toy of all time." So I was like, "Oh man,
that's fucking dope."
I mean, even though like the Photoshop of like putting Stan Lee's face over like a cartoon character is kind of bad, like it's still a bit of a touching story, to be honest.
Yeah, why not, man?
I mean, there's memes where he's like at a little artist station drawing, and then he starts to turn into dust like Thanos does, but then he lays down his pencil and he leaves like a little message about carrying on his legacy. That one's pretty fucked up.
What was your guys' favorite actual cameo, if you can think of just one?
Shit.
Mine would be from Guardians of the Galaxy, where he's
the first one?
I don't know if it was the first one or the second one, but it basically it's him talking to, like, he's in a spacesuit and he's talking to the bald guys that were like the Watchers, and he's telling them like how he's been in all these different events, and he talks about how he's like the same character in all these different movies. So he's like telling that story.
Nope, for me it would be Deadpool easily as,
as
a strip club DJ, and that shit was fucking awesome.
Oh,
the first Deadpool. What you got, old ninja?
Man, there's so many. Shit, I think probably the one that sticks out is the one from like I think Homecoming, where he's like trying to ask how's your grandmother doing? She's still alive type thing. Like he's basically trying to like hook up. I don't remember if it was Homecoming or if it was Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, it was Homecoming because he yells at Peter Parker to stop it, or he's gonna come
stop
down there and kick his ass.
That, but then like the people across the way, he's like, "Yeah, how's your grandma doing?" And she's still around. He's like basically trying to like slide in somebody's DMs. It was great.
That's pretty good.
That was a good one.
Another good one is when it was in the Fantastic Four movie where Sue and Richard are about to get married, and he comes in and he's trying to get in. And the bouncer's like, no, your name's not on the list. And he goes to kick him out. He's like, wait, I know those guys. I basically made them or whatever. That's kind of fucking cool.
Actually, my favorite, though, has got to be actually in a video game, Marvel Spider-Man from this year.
Yeah.
I love that cameo because in the movies, you see it coming. You know it's going to happen at some point in a Marvel movie. The video game, for whatever reason, I was so lost in playing Spidey, I didn't think it was going to happen. And when you see it, and he's like... basically telling Peter Parker and Mary Jane, I knew you guys would end up together or go get her, something like that. That was fucking awesome.
It's like at the end, right?
I think it was midway through.
Yeah.
Actually, another really good one that I really loved.
I was in the restaurant.
Is him and Lou Ferrigno coming out, and I think it's Incredible Hulk. Well, they're both security guards, and they're both walking out.
Was that in the Norton one?
Yeah, that's the Norton one where they're both walking out, but Stan Lee's complaining about how their company sucks. But Lou Ferrigno's like, yeah, you're right, man, you're right. That one's a good one because it has like old school '70s Hulk with Stan Lee, Stan the Man, right there together. That was a good one.
Good shit.
I wonder if they'll make him if they'll computer animate him in like other Marvel movies, or would they be respectful and not do it?
They shouldn't do it. I mean, I know they did it in like Star Wars for people like was it General Tarkin or whatever.
Yes,
but they could have not done that. Well, you know what I mean. I get that it was in like whatever, but I don't think that it should be done with him because I mean we all know he passed away, and
unless if they do something maybe tasteful, like saying like he's like a all power being and stuff like that, and he ends up like leaving or something.
Maybe. I mean, that'd be cool. That'd be cool if they made him the Watcher from like in the comics from now on.
That'd
be really.
That's a good
cool.
idea, actually. I like that one.
Interesting.
That could fucking work.
I mean, like Chrono said, I think this is something we all knew was coming, but we were just hoping that he would hang on a little longer. We were talking about this last year. His wife passed away, either early this year or late 2017,
something like that.
And and he's been battling pneumonia. I believe that's what he succumbed to. Was pneumonia.
But at the same time, we got to celebrate the fact 95 years is a long fucking life, man.
Dude, most people I know nowadays, like, we may not even hit that. We most likely to get shot next week.
Dude, you already older than them. But.
Yeah, but I mean, I'll probably get shot next week.
All right. Actually, let's start us off with, what was this Star Wars news? Staying with Disney and Star Wars. What you got on this?
Man.
Wait, did we say the fans of the week? Like listener of the week and all that stuff?
Listen. Well, we said the person who was first in the chat room. It was Wild Ob. As usual, thank you very much for continuing to support us. And the listener of the week would be user 611018801. Thank you very much, and also Mr. X and Caden Brunton.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for listening.
Squad.
I think the people that have weird usernames, I think those are people who do not have a SoundCloud subscription.
Yeah,
they're
they still sound
randos.
SoundCloud. Yeah,
that's fine.
Which is fine. I mean, listen a bunch of times. So
yeah. So I mean, if you want us to give you a shout out, either be first in the chat or be listener of the week, you'll be
Yeah, we unfortunately cannot see if you are listening a bunch of times on Sound or anything other than SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
So if you listen on SoundCloud with a SoundCloud account, I can see exactly who you are, or your username anyway.
There we go.
And where you're from, at least your city. So
good shit.
All right, so
Ninjas.
we'll start with the big one. So first of all, we didn't really talk about this, but Disney's streaming service has an official name now, Disney Plus. They're going to be launching a few shows, one of which will be this new show. So this will be a show that takes place before Star Wars Rogue One.
What is it called?
Actually, I do not have the name.
That would be the most important part of this
You
fucking
done
story.
failed, my dude. What you doing?
I think I saw it. It was like it's like Rebels Reborn or something like that, or
Or
they gave it a
something.
name.
Or is that the Mandalorian bullshit?
No, the Mandalorian
maybe.
is something different. But Diego Luna, who plays Cassian Andor from Rogue One, is back. So he's gonna be the main character.
Now we're talking live action, right?
Yes, a live action TV series. It doesn't have.
Oh,
a
it's
name.
live action.
Yeah,
The one I was talking about was animated.
No, this does not have a name yet, but he's been cast as Cassian Andor. So he's back. This will be 2 shows now. So this show, it's called a Rogue One prequel series, but he's going to be in it He announced on Instagram and I think Twitter that he's thankful to be back or whatnot. So that's going to be interesting. So we got 2 Star Wars show, and then we got the Mandarin.
Okay, before you get to that one, I'm going to really quickly say I'm happy for him because he did a great job. And
Yeah,
Rogue One was a good movie.
Yes.
You know, people forget how good it was. I need to rewatch it a bunch of times.
It's on Netflix. Hurry up.
The only thing about it, though, is I don't think he's obviously as popular as like Poe or Finn or Rey from the other ones, but this is still a good look.
Yeah.
Let's see
Yeah.
Let's see what they do with this.
So I'm assuming this will be gritty like Rogue One, because Rogue One was pretty fucking gritty.
It was.
And it'll probably be showing how he's got to do what he's got to do to, you know, get
Same
the job done.
playing the same
Yeah,
character.
he's playing Cassian Andor. Same character. This
Good
is a
shit.
prequel to Rogue One, so we'll see. Maybe this will be Disney's way of tying in Solo, maybe. We never know.
What was the girl's name?
Oh, Kira?
No, what,
Oh, you talking about Felicity Jones's character?
yeah, what was her name in Rogue One? Fuck, I've forgotten already.
Poe.
Jin.
Jin
Erso.
Yeah, that was it. She was
Yeah.
great.
And then we got some Mandalorian news where Pedro Pascal, he's most famous as being the Viper from Game of Thrones. He's also on Narcos.
The one that got killed by the mountain?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
Takes him down a peg, huh?
Yeah. Got cocky. Got his
did.
face fucking smashed.
Yeah.
Just like crushed. Ugh.
He was agile until he got hit.
Got his eyes all blown out, but he's been cast as the Mandarin.
Okay.
Or the Mandalorian, sorry. He's been cast as the Mandalorian.
I was gonna say, we
in the
talking
show.
about like the actual Mandarin?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
10
yeah.
rings and shit?
No, he
The
got
10 ranks.
Iron Man 3?
No, he got cast as the Mandalorian. And then today, this just broke. Gina Carano is added to the cast of the Mandarin.
Gina
Okay.
Carano was
Mandalorian.
hot as fuck.
She is hot.
Yeah.
And
Seeing her since Deadpool 1.
oh man,
So if y'all didn't know, Gina Carano is basically who put female MMA fighting on the map. I understand that people are like, oh, Ronda Rousey was dope, don't get me wrong, but she did not put female MMA fighting on the map. She didn't. She got it more popular, like by multitudes, way more. But the fight between Gina Carano and I forget the other woman's name. Shit. But when I first saw that match, I was like, all right, this is how it should be like forever. Like going forward, I'm gonna watch female MMA fighting, and people just kind of forgot about her. And it's a fucking shame because after she fought, Chris Cyborg got her ass kicked, unfortunately.
But wasn't Cyborg juicing and shit?
Well, yeah. I mean, she
at Gina.
looked like a man. But yeah, that was a joke. Please don't kick my ass, Christina Justino.
Well, what is, besides this news, and again, she was in Deadpool. Has she been doing other stuff that I just missed for some
she's doing
reason?
a whole bunch of
She's
like
in-
smaller
okay.
movies.
she's in fucking
Hardwired.
Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
She was in. It was a Hardwire, I think it was called.
Haywire.
Haywire.
Okay.
Yeah,
That movie is all about her.
I love that because she kills fucking one of my least favorite people on the planet.
Oh, Channing
Yeah,
Tatum.
Channing Tatum. Fuck that dude.
Lena
Yeah.
Dunham?
Oh, no. Dude, Lena Dunham would go down with one hit from Gina.
Yeah.
One
That'd be
hit.
nice. I'd love to see it.
And then
Yeah.
she'll say that a man did it.
Oh,
She'll
damn.
blame all men, actually. Fuck it.
Yeah, Gina Carano's so bad.
All right, so that's a bunch of Star Wars news. Are
Yeah.
you happy, old ninja?
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
fapping?
Yeah,
Christ-debating?
not Christ-debating. Why? Oh, crying and happiness,
He's-
maybe.
he's
using
force
tears to
fapping.
lose. Yeah, force fapping. Even though it's no nut November, I'm busting all kinds. But yeah,
Does anybody really do No November? I'm just really
Probably
wondering.
not.
Dude, I fucking tried, man. I did make it this year, like,
3 days.
no, I
Three.
legit made it about 9 or 10
Why are
days.
you lying? 3
But holy
days.
fuck,
If you have a significant other, like you would just make them more angry. Like what the fuck?
Yeah,
Why would you-
it's that's a rough.
it's easy.
Yeah.
If you're single, it's easy. I mean, but if you have like,
Well,
a
I mean,
significant other-
not going on Pornhub if you're single. That's rough.
That's rough.
I mean, yeah, it's challenging, but then you can't sleep on Destroy Dick December. Might be harder.
well, yeah, that's.
I mean, you get to 24, 25 days.
Well, actually, hold on. Technically speaking, pretty much any Marine has gone through this, but you can't bust a nut for like 3 fucking months. So,
Okay, I mean that.
3 fucking months of
makes
not
sense.
busting a nut. Can you imagine how fucking pent up you would be?
And you're a
after
young,
3
in shape dude.
Yes, I
So-
was fucking 19 years old. Couldn't bust a nut for 3 fucking months.
Couldn't even do it in your own like bed.
No!
real quick? Oh, I guess you got a bunch of dudes around too.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
all
Could you
bad.
imagine?
Yeah, that's fucking hard.
No, actually, you could imagine. If it happened and you had nut on your fucking bed,
Yeah.
you would get fucking destroyed.
Yeah, that'd be
all bad.
You got to find a sock.
It looks like Gina dated Henry Cavill for
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah, for a little bit, and then now he's with he's with another.
I know she's with Kevin Ross.
Yeah, but oh, you know what? Gina was in. She was in Almost Human. She's in one episode before the show got canceled.
That was a great show.
That was a good show. I was surprised that Carl Urban was involved. I was like, what the fuck?
If they ever make a remake of Xena Princess Warrior,
Oh,
Xena.
what'd I say?
You said Vina.
I meant Xena, yeah.
I know what you meant.
Yeah.
You
But
know,
yeah, she should be cast as her.
you know what? Lucy Lawless, she still look bad,
she
though.
does, boy.
She does.
She's killing
I
it.
mean, I know it was 20 years ago and shit, but goddamn.
oh, guess what? Lucy's on Agents of Shield.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what's up.
She's in for almost a whole season and a half, I want to say.
You know, there was a lot of interesting data that Disney pumped out about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Completely shitting on from a ratings and viewership standpoint, I think domestically. All Netflix shows, like for Marvel, Netflix, like by a factor of like 10 or 12. It wasn't even close.
Yeah, but you got to remember, ABC is available to
You're right.
everyone in the U.S.
You're right.
Even with like rabbit ears or whatnot. You don't even need, as long as your rabbit ears can pick up that signal, you can watch ABC shit. Versus Netflix, you need internet and all that. Not everybody has a Netflix subscription.
But you know, that's a good segue. Can we segue for a second?
Okay.
So fuck ABC, fuck Fox, fuck NBC, fuck all them goddamn channels. What the fuck happened to my goddamn cartoons on Broadcast Network?
Oh, that's
What
been
happened?
gone. Been gone.
Like, seriously, what happened?
Everybody's cartoons.
So
yeah.
my niece the other day, she posted something on Facebook, and she was like basically what happened to cartoons, and I named off a bunch of cartoons that are good today, and then she was like, yeah, but all those you basically got to pay for, and I was like, fuck, you know what, you're right.
Yeah.
Like every
Netflix
single
or
good
cartoon.
you have to pay for, like all of them. Like
I don't even know if the local channels even air cartoons anymore. I mean, we
I
got
don't
like
think they do.
we got like
I don't
Family
know.
Guy and
It's
stuff
hard
like
to
that,
say.
but that's
'Cause
more.
mostly-
But that's not for kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like daytime shows are like The View and all that stuff, and then Dr. Phil and whoever else has a talk
Yeah,
show.
there's-
Wendy Williams.
Like,
there's
you can't-
no kids programming.
There's no Saturday morning cartoons have been demolished.
Weekday cartoons are gone.
The only exception, and I agree in general, because I know the age and the cartoons you're talking about.
Yeah.
But for little kids on like PBS, they have
yeah.
some the Arthur, the Caillou, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
You can't pick Caillou in that list, boy.
I'm not saying it's good, but I'm just saying for little kids.
Caillou is just young One Punch Man. Just
Yeah, exactly.
It's all right.
But like X-Men, Batman the animated series, G.I. Joe, Transformers, all those like for
Even like Disney
target
Afternoon.
demographic 5 to 12.
Yeah.
They don't have
What
them.
the fuck?
don't have any of
That is sad as fuck.
You do have to pay. I mean, there is the Cartoon Network app, but that's limited.
That's pay for it.
Yeah. Well, no.
Well-
I have the app is free. If
Yeah.
you want everything, you got to pay. But
Yeah.
they're like, I think you get a 5-episode block of stuff for free.
That's limited.
But it's only
So,
it's very
it's
limited.
So-
I think that kids today, they're missing out on the old. This is like used to be a ritual of like getting up in the morning, getting you some fucking milk and cereal before your goddamn parents even got up.
Yep.
And turning on the fucking TV and just like sitting there and watching some cartoons in the morning. You know what I mean? Some
Well-
good wholesome cartoons in the morning.
Kids
then-
still do it. They just, but only in houses where they have Netflix or
Yeah.
Cartoon Network,
Yeah.
or if they're so young, they watch the PBS ones. But I mean, my kids do it
Yeah.
only because we have Cartoon Network and Netflix.
And that's fucked up because there's like kids that are like, if your family's poor, you're missing out on a lot of shit.
Yep.
You know what I
Yeah, so
mean?
well.
That's fucked up.
It is. Yeah.
Anyway, there's nothing like staying up late at night watching fucking
Skinamax.
No, the watching.
No, not November. Just fucking.
Yeah, waiting for that nipple to flash.
No, but like I remember when I was a kid watching like the PBS when they would show Robotech and they would have like the marathons where it's like, oh, if you contribute this amount of money, you will keep this on air and shit like that.
Hell
I'm saying,
yeah.
fuck it, somebody got to put money in. I'm enjoying myself.
And now all of Robotech's on fucking Netflix
I
now.
think PBS does not get enough credit for like children's programming and just like cultural, like changing cultures.
Yep.
I never even knew about anime until I think PBS. Robotech might have been the first anime that I ever saw, maybe. And it influenced me so much that I literally started the first anime club in my high school.
Yeah.
And I used to watch Robotech. Occasionally, I watch Tenchi Muyo, and then there's a few other ones that are on there. But then I'll also watch. They also introduced me to British sci-fi because I would watch Red Dwarf right after that.
Yep.
Damn, whatever happened?
I remember what was it? Like Ramen 1.5 was another one they had on there.
Yeah.
And Yu Yu Hakusho.
What it did for me though, it was my first exposure to Hong Kong kung fu flicks.
Yeah.
Because they had kung fu theater every Friday night, like from 10 or 11 to 1 or 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And that was where I fucking started watching those kung fu flicks.
I need to watch some more fucking PBS.
What was the other? What was the other station that there was PBS, but it was like another one that was
KQED?
Well,
yeah, KQED.
Oh yeah. Channel 54 here in the Bay. Yeah, there was that, but there was also like, I think there was one. There was a channel that was here in the Bay that left and has recently come back. Was Coffee, KOFY. They used to show. They'd have.
Oh yeah.
They would have like all kinds of shit, and that was
kind of kung fu shit on there.
So they would be in competition basically with PBS locally. But it was funny to me because back in the day, Coffee was showing this show that was on Showtime at the time called Bizarre, and Bizarre had bare-chested women on the show, and Coffee would show that late at night at like 11 o'clock. They'd be titties on fucking local fucking TV. I'm like, what the fuck? They would show, I remember this, it was like 2 half-hour blocks. There was the Benny Hill show, which was super inappropriate if you're a kid, and then Bizarre would be on later with titties be everywhere, and I'd be like, holy shit.
Y'all remember?
That was a fucking crazy
Y'all remember USA Up All Night?
Oh yeah.
Did I remember when the president candidates Al Gore and George Bush were like going against each other for presidency? There was a thing on public access TV where they kept showing scenes of people being murdered for support of Al Gore, and then they had like porn playing for Bush.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so I was like, what the fuck am I watching? Holy shit, this is awesome.
What the shit? Oh, I've never heard this.
Well, it was like they'll show clips of like people being fucking like all kind of gory scenes from like movies and stuff like that, and they'll click over to like fucking like people fucking in like hairy pussies and shit like that.
Shit.
It was insane, dude. I was like, what am I watching?
Oh, as we're talking about things that we were younger,
Yeah.
y'all remember watching Sabado Gigante when you were younger?
No.
What?
Sabado Gigante.
No.
Can I be the only one? Infinity fucking Vault. Please help me out here. Sabado Gigante was on the fucking Spanish channel, and it was a show that had like the finest.
Yes, I know exactly what you're talking
women
about.
on there.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I saw
And
the
they were like
women,
always in like bathing suits, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
So I knew
that was awesome.
I didn't know what the fuck the show was, but after you described it, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, that's what
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was. Okay,
Made a
I was
man
That
like,
show was
oh.
fucking great when I was taking Spanish. I was like,
Yeah.
I can understand some of what you're saying, but I really didn't like taking Spanish. But
Yep.
yeah, Sabado Gigante as a young man, that was the shit.
Yeah, that's
Wonderful.
some craziness. Yeah.
Thickness.
That was back before No Nut November.
Yeah.
That shit would be impossible.
Yeah,
That was back when Where Can I Nut Anywhere?
Yeah.
Oh, find that sock and love.
Since we're still talking about animation, y'all see about these the Star Trek news.
What was the Star Trek?
So there's one of the writers from Rick and Morty is going to be developing an animated comedy show for CBS All Access. So the show is called Star Trek Lower Decks.
But it's not Dan Hammond.
No, it is not him. It's one of the writers. I
Dan
forget
Hammond's
his
like
name.
fucking drunk.
Yeah, well, Dan Hammond's like creator, voice,
Yeah.
producer of Rick and Morty. This is just one of his fellow writers, which they picked up, and he's going to be writing. I think it's only like 6 or 7 episodes, but Lower Decks is supposed to focus on a Federation ship that no one gives a shit about, and it'll be about the like non-high-ranking officers, and it'll be an animated comedy series. So
Animated comedy series of
Star Trek, and it'll be an official like canon show. So this is weird to me because one, there's Star Trek the animated series, which you can watch on Netflix now, unless they pulled it, and then there's the Orville.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like Orville.
Yeah, the Orville's
so-
like live action. The thing about Orville is that it has not only does it has previous Star Trek writers from DS9 and Voyager, as well as one of their most famous producers, Brandon Braga, on the Orville. It also has cast members from those shows.
and the Orville is actually pretty fucking good.
Yeah, which comes
I'll have
back
to check it
next
out.
month.
Yeah.
Dude,
I get the vibe. I get the vibe though of like, remember how basically Venture Brothers kind of was a spoof of Johnny Quest in a lot of ways. So I mean, you could do a comedy version of something that's already well established.
Yeah, it's just weird to me that they're doing a con. I mean, I feel like the Orville and even Galaxy Quest are the best.
Yeah,
like,
that's a good one too.
The best Star Trek humor we can get. That's not Star Trek, but this is gonna
Spaceballs.
Yeah,
Well, that's more Star Wars.
Spaceballs for Star Wars. Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be.
But none of those were canon for the actual show.
No,
Yeah.
no,
So
certainly
that's
not.
the problem.
Yeah.
And this will be streaming only. Again, this will be a CBS All Access show.
Motherfucker. You know what? I mean, I said it before, and I'll say it again. It's a fucking bullshit concept, but it's almost worth it. So listen, if you have not watched Star Trek Discovery, just like get CBS All Access for they probably have a free month. Just get it for a fucking free month and watch the goddamn show and then cancel it, because it's literally worth it for that one show. It really is. But you getting, paying. What is it? It has to be. It's 13 episodes, right? So that's 13 times whatever the fuck the monthly cost is. That's
$11 or something. It's like $1, almost $1 episode.
well, no, it's it's less than that.
It's less than
Is
that.
it?
Well, I'm talking about if you get no commercials.
Yeah, but I was doing the math wrong. But if it comes out every week, you're still paying like a lot of money. You don't get to keep it. That's the problem that I have with their pay structure. And so, say if there's 13 episodes, that's more than what? That's almost 3 months.
Yeah.
Right. So you're paying more than $20 for this shit, that should be a Blu-ray, so I should be able to keep it.
Yeah.
But you don't get to keep it if you're watching it like as it comes out.
Yeah.
So if you get it after the whole season comes out, and then watch it, I mean that's worth it. And I still can't buy the fucking Blu-ray. Like, what the fuck?
It's not available here.
It's such bullshit.
Wait, has there been a Blu-ray released?
No.
Oh, that's how I was about to say. I didn't see nothing.
Last time I checked, no.
I have not seen any advertisements or nothing. What I do see is advertisements for season 2, which is fucking me up because they casted a new Spock and they have a new Captain Pike. And I'm just wondering, like, why didn't they just get Zachary Quinto and then Bruce Greenwood, who played Spock and Captain Pike respectively, for this show? For the movie version.
Yeah, but movie versus TV is a big thing.
I feel like this takes away from the movie and the TV universe. See, this is what fucks me up about Paramount. They basically have their version of the MCU, and they refuse to utilize it. Like, they have the money, so they could easily use these and intertwine them and make them be as if they're integrated, and it doesn't feel that way when you cast new people to play these roles.
Yeah.
So Star Trek Discovery Season 2 just started yesterday.
Son of a bitch.
No, the Blu-ray came out yesterday.
The Blu-ray did come out. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so
that's good
it's
to
But
know.
that was way fucking afterwards. Like, when did the actual show drop?
That was 2017.
Last year?
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, that's like, wait, I'm gonna buy the Blu-ray because I fucking pirated the show. But yeah, I mean I should not have to wait like a fucking year to get a Blu-ray for a goddamn TV. Like, when the TV show comes out, like literally like the next week or month, at max month, I should be able to buy the goddamn Blu-ray. I shouldn't have to wait because you want to milk the rights on your online shit.
So
season 2 drops
season
next
2
month.
starts in January 17th. The last episode aired of season 1 was February of this year.
Yeah, that's way too fucking
it's been a while.
Long time.
But so I don't know 100% if this is accurate or not, but apparently there's a bit of a workaround with Netflix. Apparently, if you use a VPN client and you change the VPN to a different country, you can actually watch international channels that aren't available here in America on your Netflix.
That's awesome.
And it's not based off of your subscription address.
So I heard Tunnel Bear is pretty good. So you got to pay for it, but
Yeah, most VPNs you gotta pay for, do you not?
well, some of them you don't. But
Oh yeah, so the ones that I know that are free are they're like hourly based. So you get a VPN for 3 hours,
Yeah.
and then you can't log on for like another 10 hours or some shit.
well,
like
I had
that.
a couple that I used for free when I was in Iraq. Because I was in a Muslim country and you couldn't look at porn, and I was like, "Fuck that!"
There you
I
go.
was like, "Show me them titties on titties on titties."
Yeah.
You get to the point where a chick shows her ankle, you're like, oh!
Skate.
Especially because that tell you the term Iraqable before.
Is that for ugly girls?
Oh
over
yeah,
there?
yeah, yeah. So
Or girls you can't see.
basically,
just like,
there's like so few women when you're on base in Iraq, or like, well, yeah, basically Iraq, is that a chick that would be like, I don't know, like a 4 in America, she'd be like a fucking 10 in Iraq. So we say
Makes
that
sense.
she's Iraqable.
There you go.
In Iraq,
like
10, United States 4.
I like it. It's
Well,
all relative. Hotness.
Sense of degrading women. No.
wow.
You guys want to talk about this whole
Speaking of
feminist
truth, bro.
killer thing? And
yeah.
shit.
Who's
Red
gonna
Dead.
set that up? Set it up.
I don't have the game, so.
All right, go ahead, Carlos. Set it up.
Wait, what?
We're talking about the
feminist.
YouTuber, feminist, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, and so you know what's funny? So, well, I'll tell the story first, and I'll explain a little bit further. So, in Red Dead Redemption 2, you're in the late 1800s. Sorry, and I think it's like 1899. And so this is during the women's suffrage movement, which is a real thing. You know, this is back when feminism was like real and legit. And they were fighting for rights and stuff like that. And so apparently there was more than one YouTuber, but one in particular, I think it happened to him first, where he would take the people that were part of the women's suffrage movement, and then he would toss them
NPCs.
Yeah, and non-player characters. He would tie them up and then toss them to alligators who tie them up and put them on train tracks to get them killed and shit like that. But and so they banned him temporarily.
They banned him in the game?
They banned him
on YouTube.
Oh,
they banned his whole channel on YouTube. Which is fucked up because you can do a lot of other fucked up shit in the game that they didn't. Like, you murder people in this game. Yeah. Like, all the time.
And it's rated M for mature. Yeah. It's a mature game.
The only thing you cannot do in Red Dead 2 is kill children. The game will not allow you to kill children.
Oh, I haven't tried.
Yeah, apparently people have.
Well, the guy probably has. So, after this happened, I saw some other things on his YouTube channel where he tried to basically what he was doing from my perspective is he was trying to see what you could do in the game.
Sure.
And so, like, one of the things that he tried to do is he tried to take a black guy to a KKK rally to see what would happen, and like nothing really happened. Like the black guy got pissed and tried to kill you.
Yeah, okay, that's hilarious.
And so did the KKK members. So it's kind of funny, but listen, YouTube, you guys really fucked up. Like, if you're playing a goddamn game where you can murder and kill pretty much anybody, and if you want to draw the line on women because they're with some kind of movement, I don't really give a shit. First of all, it's not fucking real. So I think that's where you lost the whole fucking narrative. I mean, it's not real, and you can do all this other fucked up shit to like men at any time in the game to any man in this game, and there's no consequences. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I don't understand why they draw the line for the women's suffrage movement. It's kind of fucked up. And what they kind of missed the boat on is that when you meet the women's suffrage movement members, is that you help them. Like, you literally help them do like their thing, and I thought that was pretty cool. Like, you're actually getting, if you didn't know, you get kind of educated on it. I knew all that shit, but
do you have a choice there? I haven't gotten to that
no,
part.
there's really no choice.
Okay. Yeah, it's a mission.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, what they ask for is reasonable, and you help them. I mean, unless you're really an asshole, but I think you probably got to do it anyway, right?
Yeah, you kind of got to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it is a story mission, so, and it's not like a long mission, and they have like little, whips and stuff. It's not.
Well, and the thing is too is that in this game, you can basically do whatever you want to be a good or a bad guy. But I think even though I played mostly as a good guy, they kind of push you to be more morality based in the game, which I think is reasonable. Especially given like today's time, like pretty much like your gang is full of men, women, children, and vastly different ethnicities. Yep. Which I really liked, and they have pretty much zero tolerance for people that are racist or sexist or something like that. So I mean, and they go through it in various different kinds of ways, and they're very creative ways to do it. I mean, you end up helping Native Americans get their land back. You help from the get-go. Like one of your not best friends, but one of your like main party members, he's a black guy, and you help him out. And you have another guy who's black and Native American, and it's like all these things in the game. Yet people that haven't played the game, they want to like just see this thing with the women's suffrage movement and like push that. But it's like, I mean, it's not what he did wasn't part of the game. Yeah, you know what I mean? He just happened like literally what he had to do is do the mission I was talking about, and then literally like tie the person up and then kill them. But it's gonna go negative on your honor. Yeah. So
well, there's a long history of people having a problem with like Rockstar Games and trying to do some social whatever with it. None of that's important here. YouTube fucked up, like you said. There's no doubt about it. Nobody is hurt, like tangibly hurt by you killing an NPC. In Wolfenstein, you kill millions of Nazis. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's a. Yeah, you're telling me. Wait. Are you telling me in Wolfenstein you don't kill millions of Nazis?
No.
Okay.
I
was about to say. What the fuck?
But there's a little more to this that I want to bring up. But I'm gonna let you finish.
No, you don't derail my shit.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Well, let's not forget what happened 4 years ago.
All right, what happened?
Ubisoft had a game called Watch Dogs that came out. And what they did is they posted receipts on players that were targeting minorities and gays in the game.
Wait, NPCs again?
NPCs.
Okay.
And I don't know about other players. No, these were NPCs. I'm looking at screenshots here. They had... What they did not do is they did not post user accounts from YouTube. But what the media did is they put out usernames and their channels to where you could watch them do these things. And none of them were suspended for doing pretty much the exact same thing.
Well, there's also the game in was it Call of Duty, the airport scene?
Yes,
where you just
Modern
fucking,
Warfare 2,
you murder a whole goddamn airport of people, like women, children.
That was technically optional.
I mean, yeah, I guess it was optional, but I mean, you can Google that right now and find that video on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is when the game came out.
Could you skip the mission or was it censored? I can't remember.
No,
You can
it's
skip the
censored.
mission.
It was
Okay.
censored if you lived in Russia.
Okay.
But
So they took that whole part out.
I remember there was a toggle. I just couldn't remember
Yeah.
if it
it was just it was to skip the whole scene.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
nah. Nobody did.
It's like, I can kill people that don't shoot back.
Yeah. It's like, come on now.
Blow up the whole
But
I
here-
played Rage Against the Machine.
Like, yeah, it's a video game. At the end of the fucking day, it's a video game. Nobody was hurt. No women or kids or blacks or minorities or anybody else was hurt, and it doesn't fucking matter.
It shouldn't.
Yeah, I mean, it's like in real life, I more than likely wouldn't kill somebody unless it was in self-defense. Like, it would take a really extreme, for me to not kill somebody. For me to kill somebody not in self-defense,
Wait.
I can't really think of a scenario.
What if someone shit on your carpet?
God.
Well, I'd just break their limbs.
I was just seeing how far. What if someone was on your couch with muddy shoes and was like, "Fuck your couch"?
Nah,
Break
this
the limbs.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Rick James. But yeah,
I can kill you. I could not
you-
kill you, and you'd have a really bad day.
YouTube
Easily.
YouTube has weird rules that nobody can seem to follow, and I didn't see YouTube's response to this.
There was no
Oh,
response.
What was it?
Their response was saying that this was about violence and some kind of inappropriate violence or some shit like that, and they felt that it was it fell under their hate speech clause.
No,
Jesus
see, get the
Christ.
fuck out of here! Like you're creating fake ass fucking rules. If I can kill a man or whatever in the game and there's no fucking problem, then why is there a problem when you kill a woman?
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like there's literally no. Like you can do the exact same thing to any man in the game. People have done it, and there's no censoring whatsoever. But you want to censor because it was a woman? Get the fuck out of here!
Did they backtrack though?
Yeah,
That's
they
what
did.
I
Well,
want.
they reinstated his channel very quickly.
So
by
they
the way.
basically they came up with a PR statement that didn't make any fucking sense, and then they backed down. Okay.
Well, I wonder if they kind of did it because if you don't know, YouTube is owned by Google, and Google just had this big ass I guess protest happening where employees walked out, and it was for I guess they changed their sexual harassment rules because I guess there was like some big time executive that left the company, but they left with like a fat fucking paycheck.
There were quite a few that got fired.
But they still like got a bunch of money or some shit like that. I don't know what the full
about
detail is.
Well,
yeah.
so there's a thing called a golden parachute.
Yeah, that's what it
Right,
is.
so
Golden
I mean,
parachutes.
and that happens in a lot of places. I don't agree with all of them, but like if it's in their contract, you can walk out all you want. But if they don't give them something that was in their contract, then they would get sued for even more money. So all that walked out for that shit. I mean, it doesn't mean much. They're gonna get paid no matter what. Whether I agree with it or not, it's part of their contract. Like if somebody paid you, if you signed a contract that said I'm gonna give you X, X, and Y, and for whatever reason you get fired and they don't give it to you, you can fucking sue them for more than what you were asking for.
I'm gonna keep it extra real with you. I don't work for them. If I was, I wouldn't have walked out of shit
Yeah, I didn't
for
get it.
nobody else. I would have been like, "Fuck all of y'all. I'm gonna do my work today." And I mean, I'm not telling
you
other
get free
adults
lunch?
what to do, but I'm gonna do my thing because at the end of the day, I'm not overly concerned about he say she say what happened when I wasn't there to witness
Yeah.
what happened. I don't know what happened, and I'm not going to jump to any conclusion thinking that this person was wrong or that person was victimized.
Well,
it ain't my business.
Especially when there's no fucking conviction. This is why I hate this. Like the modern society with this allegation fucking means guilty bullshit. Like unless I see a conviction or I knew exactly what happened, I generally stay away from that shit.
Believe all of them, though.
Yeah, I don't believe you unless I have either proof or is proven. You know what I mean? By somebody else, and allegations don't mean shit to me.
Yeah.
They don't.
The other thing is the time, and I'm not saying this is the majority of the times, but the times when allegations are proven to be false, I always hear fucking crickets too. I always hear those crickets, and I'm like, oh, okay.
No, I hear some dumbasses that still say, "Well, it happens to somebody else." Just like, well, that's them, motherfucker. Like you can't,
Yeah, dude.
you can't punish somebody for what happened to somebody else, or that somebody else did. Like that's so fucking dumb.
Yeah. Again, had I been at Google and I don't work there, you wouldn't have seen me outside. Fuck all that.
Yeah, like if somebody said that, like my boss, who's a decent dude, if they were like, "Yeah, he sexually harassed me," I'm like, okay, like. Take it up with him in HR and law enforcement.
Good luck to you.
What the fuck's that got to do with me?
Yeah.
You know, sorry.
Good luck.
Actually, no, I'm not even fucking sorry. That ain't got shit to do with me. That doesn't have shit to do with me.
Yeah, yeah. But I will also say this though, because I don't want to be too fucked up. Speak out. If something did happen to you that is fucked up, and some boss or some person took advantage of you, file charges. Speak up about that shit. Talk to HR. Don't wait. Write it down, document it, and discuss it.
And I will take a slight step further, but I will be careful with my words.
All right.
If you see something that you think is fucked up, to the person that you think is fucked up too, talk to them and be like, look, was that fucked up to you? And if it was, then take some actions. Don't just be a bystander and be like, oh, I'm just going to let, somebody grab him by the pussy. I'll just take it.
Yeah, that's an extreme. That's a good example.
I'll take an extreme example.
Yeah.
If you see somebody like literally grab somebody by the pussy,
Yeah.
and it was not fucking wanted.
Yeah.
Like speak the fuck up.
Yeah.
Don't be an asshole.
I get you on that. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
There are those times though where literally a joke in the office that is not between those two people can be overheard.
Yes,
Yeah.
I was
and
about
be
to say
considered into. And that's where I'm just like, if y'all don't mind your fucking business, you need to get out of my face with that shit.
That's why I went extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pussy grabbing, yeah, you should say something. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, I was literally about to say the same thing about, like, if you say, like, some kind of joke to a coworker and somebody overhears and all of a sudden you're in fucking sexual harassment class or whatever,
Yeah.
that's some bullshit.
I've had people try to rope me into that. I'm like, oh, I didn't hear that joke. I'm sorry. I had my headphones in. Fuck you. Out of here with that bullshit. God damn, we went all over the place.
Yeah.
What the fuck? From Red Dead to this.
This is why Cronus don't go in the office no more. You see this fucking dank ass garage that we're sitting in? This is where I work, bitches.
Yeah. Let's stay with Red Dead a little bit. Y'all are deep into it.
I'm so deep.
Yeah. How many fucking chapters are there on this?
I'm on chapter 5, possibly 6. I think I'm on chapter 6.
A 6 of 10 or 6 of 12?
I don't fucking know. I thought the game was gonna end on like chapter 4.
Dude, that's how I felt with
Seriously.
Spider-Man. I was like, this game's about to end, and all of a sudden just kept on going.
This is way fucking longer than Spider-Man.
yeah, I'm
way
sure.
fucking
There's
longer.
so much shit you can do and discover. There's Easter eggs that people keep finding to this day. Apparently, there's like some serial killer that has some weird riddle that you
I found
can fit.
one.
Yeah, but
It's
I
in
guess
the
there's a
fucking-
few of them. I haven't seen it yet.
I saw it's literally in like the first area that you're in.
Oh shit.
There's a train tracks that you're going that's on the way to, was it Valentine or whatever? That's the first city, right?
Yeah, it's First City.
So there's like a little underpass that's where the train tracks are. If you go there's a dead body that's, I think it's headless, but it's hanging like by the feet, I think, upside down or some shit, or maybe it's crucified.
Something like that.
I can't remember because I was there and I had to find the head, and it was like, and there was a note attached to the head,
God damn.
and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like it was crazy.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Say,
it.
catch me if you can.
Like
Basically.
weird scribblings. I found like a cultist group. Apparently, it has like two parts. There's the place has some good loot, but then like if you go there in a certain time at night, you'll see a fucking UFO land there and shit.
Whoa.
Yeah,
okay.
there's some fucking.
you saw
Cowboy
that?
versus
I haven't
aliens.
seen the UFO, but I've
okay.
seen the dead cultist. But I found out if you go there at a certain time at night, there you can be there.
I think I did hear about the UFO thing, too.
Yeah, and then there's also a ghost train. So there's a
about that
part
one.
of the area of the map where there's a train, and you have to go there at the bewitching hour, which is apparently 3 a.m. And there'll be your horse will freak out, and then a ghost train will come by.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah.
My horse
Yeah.
don't freak out because we're bonded like a motherfucker. He don't freak out for shit. He's like, oh, is that a fucking rattlesnake? Oh, just kick that bitch.
So, did y'all get the legendary horses? Or
I didn't get a
do
legendary horse. My horse is fucking bad. I
Is
got
that the horse that's faster than a fucking train?
no. I don't, he's not. Well, my main horse. I just got a different horse
Your
because
main hoe.
apparently he's supposed to have more than one horse. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, they say you should.
And I could buy one that's like a racehorse. I got all kinds of money right now.
Yeah, Ben had.
Yeah. Because at one point I had like over $3,000, which in this fucking game is a lot of
Yeah,
money.
it don't sound like a lie.
Yeah, basically,
what?
basically, I was a fucking millionaire.
Yeah.
So-
You can buy a horse.
When you compare that to like GTA 5, you're like, man, you broke as fuck.
Yeah, no, and this one is like it's a lot of money.
Let go sling that rock.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
you can buy a horse for like what, $5?
yeah, but the racehorse I'm talking about, it's like 700 and fucking
Damn.
$70 something dollars.
God dang.
I think I'm gonna buy it because I just got a new one that's like it's a rare horse, but it's not like the fastest horse
Okay.
Yeah.
because it's a horse that has leopard spots.
Oh, I have one.
I was gonna say he has leprosy. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he's
There's
like he can't even fucking walk.
Yeah.
Leg falls
there's
off and shit.
I have a horse. So if you're playing a bunch of the story, you get the opportunity to take other people's horses because those people are dead or in
Yeah.
jail. So you can either let the horse go free or
Oh,
take
probably
it
have
back.
the same horse. Was it from
Yeah.
like a house?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
from a house, and
yeah,
I was like,
I'll take
oh,
that
I'm
horse.
just gonna ride this back, and now it's my new horse.
So you can steal
Fuck
fucking
y'all.
horses? I mean, obviously.
Yes,
man.
you can.
You can steal basically anything in this game.
Yeah, you pretty much can. You can steal random horses. You can steal a stagecoach. You could rob a train randomly. It's weird because they give you like a 3-step process on how to rob a train. I'm like, what the fuck? Y'all are trying to tell me how to rob a train, and they're like, oh yeah, if you pass by a town, the law will be averted, and they'll try to board the train and fuck you up.
In case you ever go back in time, you know how to rob a train.
Yeah.
Look, I just want more hand jobs from those prostitutes up in the brothels. Yeah, the rubbed up tub.
Yeah, I'm too busy running from.
Trying to get my finances together and shit.
All right, so where are you at? Oh, no, you said you were in
I'm in Louisiana.
Saint Denis.
Yeah, Saint
Yeah.
Denis.
So hold on. Saint Denis was weird because it's the first time where I saw electricity.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah,
where I
yeah.
noticed it. I was
Okay.
just like, oh, there's like power lines, and like the first time I saw like an actual like electrical light. Like the
Okay.
light was so much different from everything else. It was fucking weird.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
it's cool because like they have the graveyard system out there, but the graveyards are lit up by like candles and shit. What got me that they have the fucking cable cars. I'm like, oh shit, this place has electricity. Versus everywhere else, like at night they have candles and shit.
Yeah.
Well, this place is lit up. They have fucking street lamps and shit, and they actually have like instead of like a place to hitch your horse that's like a like wood, they have like these poles that are shaped like horses where you hitch your horse
Yeah.
in certain areas. So I was like, oh shit. And their train station is huge. They have this huge industrial train station. So I'm doing a little bit of missions right there, but now I'm starting to do like some hunting. Like I killed my first legendary animal today or last night. And so I'm doing a little bit of roaming around first, and then I'm going to hit back into the campaign probably later tonight.
So
yeah.
I left America and came back.
Nice. Well,
So-
to Mexico or Canada?
I'm not gonna say where. So
Nice.
it was. Well, I can tell you it was neither Mexico nor Canada.
Oh, shit.
No shit.
But yeah, you end up at one point in time, you leave America and you end up coming back. The game, it turns into like a series of unfortunate events. I'm not trying to spoil anything, but it's
Yeah.
just like, god damn, like what the
Okay.
fuck? And at one point in the game, it's kind of like, it wasn't boring, but it was almost just like, it's okay. And then it drastically like increases like what happens. Like what was it was kind of like Spider-Man.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like there's a point in Spider-Man where it's just like, okay, it's fun, but it's like it's kind of getting repetitive and
Yeah.
the story's not really progressing. And like you get to a point in the game, like it's kind of like right around Saint Denis, where like shit kind of hits the fan.
It escalates.
And, yeah, and you're just like, what the fuck? And then there's something happens with the main character, which is like really well. There's two things happen to the character that's really fucked up, but the second one is real fucked up.
Do
So-
you have you hit any point where they tell you, hey, this is the point of no return. If you do this mission, you can't go
it.
back.
No, but I thought that like after I'd left America, that I was near the end of the game. That
Okay.
was not true at all.
Okay,
It was
good.
like- yeah, that it was really. I don't know. This game is really well done. The story is fucking excellent. It's still remaining out of 10 for me, easily. It's like the level of detail and like the story alone is the story is just like it's really fucking good.
Okay.
Like you guys will see like later on in the game because it's gonna get to a point where you might get kind of bored. But then, like I said, once you get to Saint Denis and just like if you keep doing like the main story missions, it really ramps up.
It has
weird.
a different pace than GTA.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it just does. You know what I mean? And it's been so long since I played Red Dead 1, I can't remember how, and that was 8 years ago, I think.
God
you know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
2010.
so that, but I'm not by any means shitting on it. I'm just still getting my fucking feet wet. I
Yeah.
know it's gonna be a slow burn.
Well, I think one of the it's not really a problem. It's kind of a problem, but not really. I mean, I can't really fault them for this, but it's just like the map is really big, and you have so many options. Like I didn't go towards. Yeah, we'll be all right.
Okay.
I didn't do. There's like a point where I considered it getting kind of boring because I wasn't going towards all the main missions.
Oh.
I was doing some side missions.
Okay.
I was just like, meh. And then I was, there's the fast travel system is like fucking super wonky.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently there's an auto travel system, which I didn't know about until like yesterday.
Oh, wow.
So,
That's funny because I literally told y'all that there's tips from Rockstar and it talked about it. I didn't know you could do it either, but it's so fucking helpful.
it
Good
is.
shit.
So basically, if you're playing the game, like this is a tip. So you're playing the game, and you set down a marker on like where you want to go, and basically they show you on the roads like where you're gonna go. Hop on any horse.
Yeah.
And then as you're running with the horse, just hold down the touchpad on the PS4 controller. I don't know how you do it on the fucking Xbox.
On the Xbox, it's like the back button or whatnot, but they
Okay.
call it the cinematic view.
Yeah, cinematic.
So
mode,
you
yeah.
can it will only do this if you're on the main road. If you're
Yeah.
off the main road on the side, it'll partially do it, but your horse will stop. You need to stay on the main road and then hold down the button, and then you'll enter cinematic mode. And they call it hands-free traveling. You can take your hands off the controller and it just guides you. I did have a problem with it because I ran into somebody with it and I knocked him off his horse and he was pissed and he tried to kill me.
Oh.
And I ended up shooting him in the face and taking all his shit.
So he had a problem.
Yeah.
not anymore.
Yeah, not
Hey,
anymore.
Boom. Not anymore.
He might have had a problem, but I had a solution.
Yeah, I sure did.
It wasn't
solve
beer?
his problem. No. It was hella funny because he was trying to beat my ass. I was like, what the fuck? And then, bow, just shot him. Took all his shit.
Yeah, the game is, goddamn. I mean, like I said, the level of detail, like all the shit they have in the game, and just it's Rockstar. I mean, I commend you guys, and I think that in this day and age, I think it's actually the perfect game to come out because
Ooh.
if you do a GTA right now, it's gonna cause way too much commotion because people are fucking retarded.
Yep.
But this one, like the SJWs, you cannot come out on this game.
Nope.
Like, there's no way you can. You might try, but you didn't play the game. You didn't play the game if you complain about it.
Dude, when I know it was a couple weeks ago, and I'm late on this, but when you mentioned
Late freight.
the folks that said, "Oh, well, it doesn't have enough, black characters,"
Yeah.
literally, and I'm early on. I'm in chapter 1.
Yeah.
First 15 minutes, you meet
Lenny.
Yeah, a black, a Native American and black character, and then there was a Latino character in the
Yeah.
gang too, and I was like, "The fuck are y'all really didn't play this game?"
And there's a bunch of women, too.
Yeah, I was like,
And they're
"Yo,
really important.
Jesus." So yeah, people just been lying.
One of them goes through, like, if you do the mission with her, she changes up. She goes from
Oh,
a dress.
Sadie.
Yeah, she
Sadie's
goes
my
from
chick.
she
Yeah.
goes from a dress to full-on cowgirl gear, and like has a repeater, and then she goes from, I guess, the traditional like cooking and cleaning or whatnot, which some of the ladies fight over because some of them don't want to do it. They'd rather go into town and have fun. Sadie's like, well, I can handle myself. I'm gonna start doing security watch. So I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
That's
so
cool.
you have to like talk to her to get to this point, and then you do a mission with her, and then she switches out. So I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, Sadie's one of my favorite characters in the game.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's a couple characters that are kind of interesting. So it's been weird. There's actually a bunch in the gang that I can't keep up with the Scottish dude, the
Oh,
drunk
yeah.
reverend,
Yeah.
and the freaking the dapper like dude that's kind of with the gang but he's not.
Trelawney.
Yeah, that dude. I'm like, well, is this
That
dude
dude's
with
hilarious.
us? Is he with us
Yeah.
or nah? Because he's always scheming and he's drunk half the time too. I
Yeah,
was
so
what the
like
fuck?
the game is so good that literally like when it's a semi spoiler. People in your gang are gonna die.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
And-
makes sense.
When every single one of them dies, I feel fucking bad.
yeah.
Like really,
good.
and it's not even your fucking fault.
It's
Like,
a good
at
story
all.
then.
Yeah,
That's a good sign for a
it's just
story.
like that's the dude I used to run with. Like that's the
Ah.
person I used to do whatever with. I say that dude from fucking jail. but-
Oh, that's fucking
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, there's a bunch of shit, man. Shit. I mean, because usually you do a mission with them at least once or twice, sometimes 4 missions, and then shit goes down. Like some of them you've either saved their ass or they've helped you out, and
Yeah.
then all of a sudden they get fucking fucked up.
Yeah, like there's fuck. I wish you guys were later on.
Yeah,
the game. There's
I-
a person that saves your life that gets
Fucking fucked up.
like real bad.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
a lot of us have some serious time off next week because of Thanksgiving. So
Is it next week?
Yeah, man.
I got my daughter's ticket. Fuck.
Yeah, handle that. But I think a lot of people are just going to be marathoning through multiple chapters. I know that's what I plan on doing.
Well, I have to because Fallout 76 came out today. I just got it in the mail.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got to play that, but I got to finish fucking this game first.
Dude.
I took off this week.
Yeah.
And I was doing shit with the shed, but
Yeah.
Gaming life is for real.
I mean, it's fucked up because there's so much shit going down. Like, Battlefield 5 is out either, I think it might already be out, or it's out this coming Tuesday. And fucking something else just fucking came out that I forgot about.
I really want to play Battlefield 5 because
I
don't. Well,
So
I'm
fun.
actually because they brought back the this, what do they call it, like the story thing?
Yeah,
like
the campaign stuff. The vignette kind of.
Yeah, and I guess there's one with like this chick who's like, I think she's Norwegian,
Something.
where she skis everywhere.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I was just like, that looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
She skis and like she's in the face.
Dude,
Yeah,
those
man.
were badass on Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part, but they didn't have enough DLCs to expand on it. Like
No,
they had
yeah,
like
they had
all
none.
the DLC is all multiplayer,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
fine because there's some great fucking multiplayer.
it wasn't fine for me. I wanted to play
I
more
feel it.
war stories, what they're called.
Oh, yeah,
I want to play more war stories because for me that I was in the military, all right. So I like to see like these war stories be told out in like a different way, and to me that was like super interesting. I mean, like multiplayer is cool and all, but I like the war story stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
Look, there's nothing wrong with that. The war stories were excellent on Battlefield 1. Hopefully they bring it on this one.
Yeah, they are. Apparently, they're longer than the
But-
Battlefield ones.
But, I'll definitely play the war stories, but, I'm going to go hard on some multiplayer on this
For
shit,
sure,
man.
man. For sure.
Ooh, we had a squad, goddammit.
So, I mean, some of you, I know everybody's talking about it already. We tried to PlayStation 4 Pro is like $100 off. Xbox One X
Shit, I
is
just bought that
$100
motherfucker
off.
too.
Yeah. God damn it. Yeah, if you had to wait just another week, Xbox One X is $100 off. A bunch of games are like anywhere from 20% off to half off, depending on the game.
Dude, I've seen deals already for Tomb Raider, which is still basically a new game.
Oh, yeah.
It is a new game.
Spidey, which is still
Yeah.
brand newish.
Like Spidey, you can-
Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Yeah, I think they're selling like, I know Black Ops has the shittiest discount. I think it's like 15% off.
It's like
So
3 weeks old.
Yeah, but you can get it for $44.
That's a great deal.
But Assassin's Creed, you can get $25.
Well, I'll tell you what I really need is I want a 4K TV.
Yeah.
And so I know Kamek doesn't know this, but I'm gonna fucking get one.
Yeah, make it
so
happen. I mean, there's
there-
good deals for it.
There's a bunch of deals for shit
Right,
for
right.
fucking 4K
So
TVs.
hold
I was
the
like,
fuck on,
holy
alright?
shit.
So if I'm looking for the best deal on the LG C8 TV in the 65 inches. So if any of y'all see that, message us, or if I find the best deal, I will send it out there because I'm gonna fucking do it.
Yeah,
so
good shit.
I'm trying to get it for like around $2,000.
But you're not going to like 3 in the morning bullshit, are you?
Fuck that shit.
No,
Yeah, I
I'm damn near 40.
He's like, fuck all that.
But what's cool is that Amazon has because earlier in the middle, I think it was like July or something, they do Amazon like Prime Day or whatever like that.
Yeah.
But they have like a new thing coming up too for Prime members where I think it might be on Monday.
Cyber Monday.
No, it's not Cyber Monday. It's like a week before Cyber Monday.
Oh, shit.
But like they have a whole bunch of different deals going on right now
Dude,
on Amazon.
it's been crazy.
Yeah, Black Friday has already started. Like
Yeah.
the whole, because it's like now it's like a week.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
pretty
it's like
much.
it's basically 2 weeks now.
Yeah, actually, you can look right now on the PlayStation Store as well as the Xbox Live Marketplace. There's already fucking deals for shit. Different, like if you're playing, was it Star Trek Online? There's fucking Zen, which is their in-game currency. You can buy it like half off or like 25% off. There's a bunch of games that are either free or fucking super discounted. It's fucking crazy.
If only there was a way to get lots of games without having to pay for them all, and I could return them if I did not like them.
That would be great.
Yeah, that
Prodigy.
It would be
I am
great.
glad you brought this up. So if you go to, there's a company called GameFly. So if you are a gamer on a budget or just a gamer that wants to play a bunch of games, and you can pass games like super quick, GameFly is great. It's a game rental service with no late fees ever, as long as you're paying for the service. Basically what they do is you make a list of, like, say the games you want to play. Say you want to play Spider-Man, The Last of Us. I'm naming PlayStation games. But yeah, say you want just have like a bunch of games you want to play. You make a list, and they'll send you the first game that's on your list, and whenever you beat it or you're tired of it, you just send it back and then send the next one that's on your list. It's a great service. Like I said, there's never any late fees. They have over 8,000 new and used games for pretty much anything of this generation, the last generation, and probably some of the ones even before that. So if you don't have a console, they got you covered. If you have a Samsung Smart TV, a LG Smart TV, I think it's a Fire TV, and there's a few other ones as well. They have a streaming service. So it's excellent. So if you go to gameflyoffer.com/BTHEN, you will save yourself. Actually, no, not even save yourself. You get a month free on us.
Yeah.
So
you're welcome.
Yeah. Once again, that is gameflyoffer.com/BTHEN to get a month free on us. And if you want to give it as a gift, I'm just saying you can do that.
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
It's like around Christmas time, you can give it as a gift. But like, hey, if you like this, try it out. And then
For a month, you'll be giving away a free gift. How about that?
Basically, yeah, free gift. That's the greatest shit ever. And that basically for the free month, you get one game. So you play one game free for a month.
And if it's Spider-Man, it'll probably take about a month to pass that. So
it would. And if it's if you happen to get Red Dead, it will take you more than a month. Yeah. So if you get it, you're gonna be paying for it eventually.
There you go.
Oh, and if you like the game that you're playing, you can pay for the game at a used rate, and they'll send you the box art and all that shit. So yeah,
Good shit.
Interesting. You know what's fucked up is that even though you're playing like Red Dead's campaign, their online isn't online yet. It goes live.
It's coming.
End of the month, the 28th of November, I believe.
Wow.
So that's even more fucking
Got a few
shit.
more weeks. Blue, you wanted to get in there? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, so I just want to talk about shows a little bit because I want to get into this.
Yes.
The reason why I stopped watching Titans. Titans.
Oh.
The show. I mean, I've been bashing this show for like the last couple weeks. And last week I was like, I can't fucking do the show any goddamn more. And these are the reason why. I mean,
he's got a list.
I got a list. I had to write this shit down. I'm like, I got this show's fucking retarded.
This is from a DC fan.
Yeah, and so if the series becomes better, hit me up in the DMs like, hey, you need to watch the show. Like, these are the reason why. But these are the reasons why I gave up on this fucking show.
Is it 13 Reasons Why? I'm just kidding.
Actually, is there 13 on here? There's quite a few. All right, so this was I think it was like episode 3. I gave it 3 episodes, and I'm probably like 2 episodes behind right now. But okay, so first of all, it starts off with this scene with Starfire saving Raven from like this crazy family that I talked about. They're like hyped up on drugs and they have like super strength or something like that.
Okay.
But like, they don't show how Starfire finds her. Oh, okay, so she finds her by finding where Dick is, but it doesn't say how she finds Dick.
She found the
She
D.
found D.
But she sees the burns the fucking father and then takes Raven. And for some reason Raven decides to go with her. But then there's a scene where they're inside of a restaurant, like they're about to have breakfast, and like it's always like it's that cheesy scene where you got the truck driver who's fucking like the waitress, and he's all grumpy and mad, so he comes in there to grab her arm, and so Starfire had to like step in, but like it was out of no fucking where why she did it. I mean, she could see like the violence going. It wasn't even a violence. The guy was just talking to her or whatever not, and so Raven's like, oh no, Starfire's like, you guys, you leave her alone, blah, blah, blah. So she has to get up and kick his ass and, like, stab him in the hand with a fork and all this different shit. And people are, like, fucking cheering. Like, this chick basically almost killed this fucking guy in front of everybody, but everybody's, like, cheering. So I was like, that's fucking dumb. So that didn't make any goddamn sense to me. So moving forward, we have a scene with Dick Grayson where they show him, like, how his parents die and, like, he gets, I guess, Bruce Wayne takes him into his house or whatever.
After the circus death.
Yeah, after the circus death. And, like, Bruce is just a shadow. Like, they don't really show him. They show, like, a shadowy figure standing around, which is, I mean, they don't want to show Bruce Wayne in it. But Dick steals Bruce's Porsche and, like, goes on a joyride with it.
Okay.
And this didn't make any sense because, first of all, like, how are you going to steal a fucking Porsche from a billionaire's goddamn collection of cars? But then, like, he gets pulled over, like, right away. Like, he pulls out of the driveway, goes driving away, and a police car sees him, flips a U-turn, and chases after him. But it turns out that Porsche becomes Dick's car as an adult. So even though he stole the car as a kid, like, that's his go-to car. But then, like, later on, fucking Starfire steals that car from him.
What the fuck would Starfire need a car for?
Yeah, she can fly.
Yeah, apparently she doesn't fly in this fucking show.
Oh, jeez.
But before that even happened, so there's a scene where Starfire breaks into Raven's, I guess, like adopted family's house, but like it doesn't explain why she's there. She's just kind of like looking around, but then like cops show up, but like the house is abandoned, like nobody's living there, and it's like late at night, but cops, like there's 4 cops there. It's like, why are they even fucking there? And she like tells them that she's with the FBI, and she ends up getting in a fight and beating them all up, which is weird. Like it just didn't make any fucking, like there's no, it didn't add to the story whatsoever, her being in the house and her fighting these cops.
Does Star use her powers? Like her, because
Just being strong. That's basically all she used. But it was just pretty much her punching a guy and he goes flying back. Like that's pretty. No, I don't even think that happened. Like I think she just flipped the guy. Like she did like karate moves and shit like that.
Oh my god.
So then there's like, oh god, it's so fucking bad. So then there's a scene where what is it? Where Dick finds Starfire and Raven in a bowling alley, but they don't.
We all know eventually Dick finds Starfire.
Oh yeah. But like they don't show how he fucking finds them at the bowling alley. Like there's no connect. Like there's no shit. Just keep happening, but there's no explanation of how the shit's happening. Like he shows up to the bowling alley and he walks to the Starfire. It's like, hey, I know who you are. Where's the girl? I'm taking Raven with me, and this and that, this and that. Raven's like, how did you find us? They don't even go into fucking details for that. And then there's a scene. So Raven, there's this is how dumb it is. So there's a scene where Raven they're in the parking lot and Raven gets mad and she uses her powers and it shatters like all the windows of the car. But then like earlier in the scene, she gets fucking kidnapped. She doesn't use her goddamn powers to do anything. Like
Wait,
this fucking family kidnaps her.
Regular human beings kidnapped Raven.
I mean, they had some powers, but they didn't like punch her. They just fucking dragged her along. Jeez, but it's so fucking bad. But then like, so then she runs into Beast Boy. So this is like the second time we see Beast Boy, but he's not using his powers. But he's just like a guy that walks up to a girl playing an arcade game, like, hey, you know, how you doing? And that's pretty much their interaction. And that's it. Like, there's no this show has like no direction. There's no build up. There's no character development. It's just shit just randomly keeps fucking happening, and that's why I can't watch this fucking show.
Fuck it.
It's bad.
All right.
Unless somebody, I'm like that guy at the table, like saying Titan's a horrible show. Change my mind. Like if somebody comes out and say, "Hey, Blue, you gotta watch this episode." That's when it actually gets good.
Some people
I might go back. Yeah, people are liking it.
Some people like it, man.
I don't understand. I just don't get it.
All right. Don't get it. Fuck it. No Golden Eggplant Award for that, or even a nominee.
Oh shit! It's November already.
Yeah, we gotta put that. We have some together, but we'll really
gotta put it together. So the Golden Eggplants we gotta do this year.
It's
gonna be like
every year.
Actually, you as the listeners and the viewers, why don't you suggest a
category
for us?
Yeah, sounds good.
I mean, if you have listened for a while, we have a lot of categories, but if you want to have we have like dank ones and shit like that, but suggest any kind of category. And
we actually have a new one for this year.
Titan might be up for a rotten eggplant.
We made that.
Yeah, we made that.
I'm asking for viewer fucking.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. But we have that, but you know we can add on. We're probably gonna need a cutoff time so we can add it and have nominees.
Let's do it. Well, we usually do it after the second week in December, something like that.
Something like that. Well, we usually wait till like the latest Star Wars movies out. But this
there's
year,
none this year.
Well, we have Aquaman out this year.
So yeah, but that comes out mid-December, so right after
late
Aquaman.
December, 21st.
Okay,
so we're definitely not that. Let's do. Looking at the. All right, so fuck it, December 15th. You have until December 15th, which is a Saturday, to suggest to us a new category for our Golden Eggplant Awards.
Sounds good. Put it out there to the world.
Damn, we gotta come up with like what to go in that category.
Well, they'll most likely whoever.
So when we have the award.
Well, we usually have it that last weekend.
January?
Actually, this year we should do it.
January 2nd.
No, we should have it actually on. Yeah, I'm sorry, you're right.
January
2nd. We'll do it on January 2nd. That'll give us 2 weeks to get everything together.
Yeah, that's plenty of time. Real quick, I want to switch gears on y'all. It fucking hit me. I know we talked about it last week, but the
Henny hit you?
The Henny fucking hit me. The Verve Funimation fucking split. Like, I know intellectually it was going to happen.
How did it hit you?
It happened last week.
No, it's still on there.
No, it is not.
Yes, it is. I watched fucking Radiant. I watched Black Clover. I watched all kinds of shit.
Hold on. Did you watch the Funimation version? Because that's key.
How is it different?
there were two versions of Black Clover. There was the Crunchyroll version and the Funimation version. The Funimation actual on Verve, what was it? The Funimation channel is gone completely, and that was the thing. So not every single one of the Funimation animes that they shared is completely gone. Like, you're right, Black Clover is still on there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what am I missing?
Oh, like which animes? There's a pretty good list.
Oh, wait. So you said, okay, so it's gone from Verve, but not from Crunchyroll. Is that what I'm missing here?
No. The Funimation channel itself, you know how they had the actual drop-down channel? Yeah. That's gone completely from Verve.
That's okay.
And you shouldn't see it on Crunchyroll either.
Okay, so I see Funimation shit still on
with their logo.
I don't care about the logo as long as I can see the show.
But that's what I'm trying to clarify for you. The Funimation, there are shows that they share where you'll have a Crunchyroll Black Clover and a Funimation Black Clover that was all on Verve. Now the Funimation Black Clover, along with all the other Funimation shows and the Funimation channel, are completely gone.
Okay, so how's that different from the Crunchyroll version?
The Crunchyroll version was usually only subtitled, and the Funimation.
I see the problem with you.
No, but the Funimation. No, the Funimation. The Funimation had both too, but there were two versions. Usually.
Okay, I only watched fucking the subtitle version.
Yeah, but there was a Funimation version too of that.
Okay, well that's probably the main reason why we see a difference.
Because I know what project you're talking about. Because if you're watching if you look at an episode, like up in the top right, it'll have you have
this because I was midway through plenty of shows on there, and I was definitely watching some of the Funimation
Prodigy, can I give you a suggestion? Learn how to fucking read!
There are Funimation there are some shows that were Funimation exclusives. That's
like what?
Blood Blockade.
Okay.
And shit, what was another one? Overlord was another one.
Okay.
That was only on there.
That was on Crunchyroll too though.
Yeah, it's also on Hulu.
I thought that was only I thought I only saw it on Funimation, but
on Hulu.
There's a long list. In any event, I got a fucking solution. I wouldn't even call it just going to be bitching about this. Sony owns Funimation. Supposedly, they were being aggressively dicks to Verve, Crunchyroll, and they removed their shit from the channel. We already pay for PS Plus with Sony, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We should get Funimation one way or another through Sony on PS4, at least for PlayStation Plus members.
I totally agree.
That should work.
The thing was for me is like, I was looking up how much does Funimation cost. It's like not that much money. It's basically the same cost as Crunchyroll.
Yep.
And what I was worried about, I was gonna miss, Attack on Titan, Black Clover, fucking all kinds of shit. But for me, literally none of the shows that I watched changed for me.
Yeah,
Crunchyroll. So that's for me. So it's not, for me. It's not really a big deal.
Okay.
Because I watched it subtitled.
Let me see if I can give you a list of Funimation shows.
Well, you might give me the list, but you have to let me know if it's not on Crunchyroll. That's the problem.
Yeah, I know. Funimation exclusive shows. That's what I was going to give you.
Yeah, because I literally went on Funimation and I was looking at all these shows. I was like, oh, these are all on Funimation, so I'm gonna miss these like next week. And then next week came around and they were still on Crunchyroll, and I was like, what the? Sorry, I burped on the fucking mic.
Burping on the mic.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's like Funimation is only $6 a month for a subscription.
Which is basically what
Crunchyroll is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean,
but it'd be cool if you have a subscription to Funimation, if you can just Verve would still be kind of like the platform where you can watch both. You just have to buy 2 different subscriptions and add the account to Verve. Whereas before, it was just, if you had a Verve account, it covered you for everything.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very comprehensive amount of fucking anime on Verve.
Yeah.
Literally just up to a week ago. And, yeah, I mean, go ahead.
I'll be honest.
Go ahead.
I still only get Crunchyroll, but I use Verve for the app for when I watch it on TV, because the Crunchyroll app is fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
It does not work for your fucking TV. It doesn't work for the Fire TV, so.
Verve offers a few other things, like Nerdist is on there. There's like a science channel.
A whole bunch.
Oh, what's it called? Is it Hangover? Shit, what is it called? The one with the robot. Damn it.
Futurama?
No. So there's another part of Verve. There's another channel on there. It's called shit. What is it? Shit. Oh, it's Cartoon Hangover.
Yeah.
Like they have what is it like?
Original stuff.
Yeah, they have original stuff on there, and a lot of the animators are like the same animators from Futurama, not Futurama, from
Blue, I gotta pee.
oh god, Adventure Time.
Yeah.
About a pee dance here.
Drinking that beer.
Damn.
So they have,
But yeah.
there's a show in there called Bravest Heroes. That show is so goddamn funny. I say you definitely check it out. But there's also one called it's something in Puppy Cat that's really funny. It's really short. It's like maybe
Doja Cat?
No, it's not Doja Cat. But it's a really cute little animation that's pretty funny. And plus there's other stuff out there that's pretty cool, like that nerdy guy who's also a Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
That show was pretty funny too.
But the big point is, again, Sony, don't be a fucking dick. And now, here's my thing. To all the people listening to this, y'all put all kind of stupid-ass energy into trying to get force Sony to do this dumbass fucking cross-play earlier this year with Fortnite. You didn't even play with any fucking other people on Xbox or whatever. You didn't even use the shit, but you fucking force people, Sony, to fucking bend the knee to fucking Epic with Fortnite on that shit.
Wait.
No, fuck you.
No,
Fuck you.
Yo.
Use that same energy, goddammit, you fucking cucks, and actually try to get Sony to say, hey, fucking PS Plus members, you're already paying us, on the year, what, $60? Here, we're going to give you Funimation for free. They can do it. You have to put pressure on them. Use the same energy, you fucking cucks.
Yeah, don't get mad. Sony's the one playing hardball who wants to be like, well, we don't want to play fucking nice with anybody, so.
Yeah, I know. And they were being dicks. I get that, but it also wasn't unnecessary. But people put serious pressure on them, and they
did.
folded.
You know why? Because
use that energy.
Sony was doing fucked up shit. Like, if you had a Switch and a fucking Sony, and you happened to play a game on one system and then logged into the next, they would fucking suspend your shit.
I kind of like that dirty shit.
That's fucking
though.
stupid.
That's fucking awesome.
That's fucking bullshit.
That's fucking awesome.
So, if your shit got locked out because you were playing something that your kids were playing, if they were playing on the Switch and you went to your PS4 and got locked out because your kids were playing something, you'd be pissed.
You know what? Sony got big dick energy. That's what they got.
They got fucking bullshit,
Yeah,
fucking food.
big dick.
You know, Crunchyroll, I think they added a new channel in here. I've never seen this one.
The high class. That's a new one, but it's not a good replacement for Funimation in terms of the amount of animes on there. I looked earlier. I was like, this ain't gonna work.
We gotta talk. We got big news.
Oh, what's the big news?
Y'all see this? I think the whole world did. This trailer for Detective Pikachu.
Oh,
boy.
Starring Ryan Reynolds as the voice of Pikachu. Did y'all see this?
I saw it.
Yes, I saw it.
So,
I don't know.
y'all are doing like I saw it. I'll be honest. I don't give a fuck what any of y'all think. It looked way better than I thought it was going to be. Honestly, like, seriously.
I didn't think it was real.
Yeah.
I thought it was a fucking joke.
I was like, Ryan's fucking Pikachu. And
Rose is cool. I'm not a Pikachu person, and fucking
neither am I.
Pokemon. Pokemon actually hit big with kids that were probably like 5 or 6 years younger than me in terms of like the first wave becoming real big.
Yeah.
And obviously the games and whatnot helped propel that, but I'm talking about when the anime really hit. It was a after-school cartoon that was on, what was it?
It was
on
like CW.
WB or CW or whatever.
I think it was WB, yeah, with the singing frog.
But I think I was like 7th, 8th grade, maybe, or 9th grade, and the kids that it hit with were like in 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. You know what I mean? And it just never worked. I'm not shitting on those fans. There's millions of people who fucking love Pokemon.
No, fuck him. Well,
I mean, there's also like Pokemon Go where people really it was a
huge phenomenon. That was great, but that doesn't feel anything like this trailer for this movie at all.
and that's why I kind of liked it. I was like, I don't give a shit about Pokemon, but this guy sounds like Ryan Reynolds, and he seemed kind of funny. So
there's no Ash, huh?
No,
Right.
so
I thought the main character was Ash.
No. So this is a different Pikachu. It's not the one that hangs out with Ash. It's like I think it's a different, complete animal.
The fuck?
Yeah.
I mean, there's like a whole bunch of different Pikachus out there,
I
but
didn't know that shit. You know,
Actually,
let me.
Yeah,
Let me.
Yeah, apparently this world is inhabited by Pokemon everywhere.
Well, the thing that makes Pikachu like unique, from what I understand from the show, is that he didn't go inside the Pokeball.
Yeah, he didn't want
He
to.
was like basically his pet, like all the time.
He was a G. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that. Okay.
There's like only one time he got into the Pokeball, and that's because he was like badly injured.
So this isn't
But
going
then-
to be like the anime very much,
Well,
besides
I
some character
doubt it.
names.
It's based off of the game.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's based
I
on the game
believe.
as far as I know.
Which one? Because they've had.
It's called
oh,
Pikachu.
It's called Detective
Pikachu,
Pikachu.
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shit, it shows how much fucking I know. There's like 12 or there's a whole bunch of fucking Pokemon games.
a
Oh,
whole-
yeah,
yeah.
it's a whole shit. She can get one.
There's too
Name a
fucking
color,
many.
hit
Yeah.
Pokemon at the beginning of it, and you
Yeah.
got a fucking game.
Yeah, I mean, shit, Pokemon Go is super popular fucking mobile game.
But was
Shit.
this detective Pokemon video game big shit in terms
Detective
of...
Pikachu, you motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what I meant. But was that one of the bigger, better ones? Or was that fucking shit?
Oh, fuck.
That's what I don't know.
I don't know numbers on that shit. All I know, everything Pokemon comes out, people eat it up, consume it.
You
and then
weebos,
fucking-
tell me, was Detective Pikachu, do
Oh,
y'all
shit.
ride for that one?
Yeah.
Or was that fucking horseshit and now they're making a movie off horseshit?
When you say
don't fucking know.
Detective Pikachu, I think of that Ace.
Ace
Oh,
Attorney?
Ace Attorney, yeah.
Yeah.
Ace. Yeah, Ace Attorney. Yeah.
That shit was funny.
Oh, my God.
Objection.
It's all bad. So,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When does it drop? Next year?
Yeah, summer next year? Or?
May of 2019.
19.
Oh, they going up against Avengers fucking 4? Oh, okay. Nah, this is getting...
Dropping them L's.
Yeah,
already.
this is getting this fucking ass handed to him. May of next year is all Avengers, my dudes.
So yeah, it is based off of a game that came out in 2016 in Japan. Well,
Very
recent
recent.
game.
God damn, it's like a couple years
actually
ago.
came out this year in America.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
but still.
So, wait. Came out earlier this year in America.
Yeah, March 23rd, 2018.
Did it do well? Like, did it, like... I literally haven't heard of
It's
it.
a Pokemon game.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Yeah.
amongst all the other ones, because Gold and XY and Blue or whatever, I know those.
Stadium.
I heard of those doing very well.
Pokemon Stadium.
It's
it's like does Lubriderm do well with fucking teenage boys?
Ah!
Just saying. Lanolin, not that aloe vera bullshit.
Skate.
It
We gonna
says-
see.
It's hard to see what these numbers are. In Japan, it sold 121,000 units, including 94,000 in retail stores and 27 digitally.
That sounds good.
How many people are in Japan though? It's like 5. It's like god damn.
Every
one-
person bought 5 games.
One
I'm just
fucking
kidding.
otaku.
Japan, I know there's more than 5 of you, so don't be fucking mad. This is totally a joke.
So disrespectful.
Apparently, this movie was announced back in like 2016.
Oh wow. Okay, so it's
that
just
they're
been
making a live
delayed.
action
All
one.
this fucking.
Well, no. I think it's been in production, so they like hinted at it.
Dude, did y'all see the fact the second highest grossing movie in China of all time, made by Western studios, is fucking Venom?
Are you serious? Holy
I
shit!
swear to fucking God, this shit is about to surpass 800 million
Wow.
That's not-
on its own with shitty reviews and no fucking
Let
Spider-Man.
me do the Owen Wilson. Wow.
I mean, it done. It's shitting on traditional
my God.
Spider-Man movies and several MCU movies and Justice League and a whole bunch of X-Men movies. That's some. You got to tip your hat. Fucking Tom Hardy puts butts in seats, man. Holy.
Yeah.
Behind Infinity War is the only one that's done better. Holy fucking shit, man.
Wow.
wow.
I'm impressed.
No, it's wow.
The first one was the best.
Yeah.
I fucking died over it.
Yeah.
That was fucking great.
And then the one, real quick, other news that nobody fucking cared about. This really fucking missed the boat. If this had happened last year, it would have been big shit. PUBG's, I guess, finally dropping on the PS4, and everybody was like,
Way too late.
yeah. And everybody was like, okay,
Sure.
whatever.
Is it only on the Xbox and PC?
Yeah. For a
Oh,
while.
okay.
First it went PC only, then Xbox, now it'll be PS4.
Yeah, you dropped it after somebody that did the game better than you. 2 games that did better
Yeah.
than you. So get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Well, then what's name's got a season 6 coming out, right?
I think
Fortnite-
Fortnite is on
Fortnite.
8 or 9.
Yeah.
But it's like
season 9's about to drop.
Is season 9 like the whole like the dark something whatever?
I-
They did some
No
Halloween
idea.
shit.
Oh, okay, maybe it's an old ad I came across.
There's some all kinds of shit.
Call of Duty kind of smashed them both. So
Yeah, Call of Duty.
Yeah. They took a lot. They took a lot of the momentum out of the fucking genre and shit. But yeah, PUBG. I saw it and it was kind of like an afterthought. And I'm like, man, if this had dropped on the PS4 last year, it would have been a
Should've been
big
fire.
one, a big one for a fall release. You know,
Yeah.
nobody gave a fuck.
Well, I mean, so PUBG did they're the ones that did the battle arena kind of first, right?
Yeah.
So, but they kind of sat on the laurels for a while, you know. And Fortnite, listen, for y'all that didn't know about Fortnite came out fucking years ago, and I wanted to play it years ago. Yeah, years ago.
Really?
Yeah, like the original Fortnite was
nobody was playing.
Yeah, it was a single player game that I wanted to play because it was about zombies and fucking building up your goddamn town.
The one on the disc, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to pay for the single player mode. You do realize it has a single player mode.
The original Fortnite came out
mode.
July 25th, 2017.
Yeah, years ago. Well, it was maybe last
No,
year.
that wasn't years ago.
No, it was years ago. It wasn't just last
let me
year.
see.
The
Maybe
original
that's the-
Fortnite came out years ago.
So the one that came out last year was a sequel to it?
I think the one you're talking about is the Battle Royale. Look up just Fortnite.
I'll look it up and see.
No, we've had this discussion before. Remember, there was a like 4-month or 5-month gap between the co-op one and the Battle Royale.
Right, but the single player one, nobody fucking really bought. I was interested in buying it.
I agree, but it didn't come out like 2015, 20.
I thought it was like 2016.
I mean, you
I
look
could've
that up.
sworn it was,
I
yeah.
could swear it was literally 17, and we've had this
Well,
discussion on air before.
The online
Fact-checking.
came out last year.
When did the original game come out?
That was last year too.
I don't know.
I thought it was like 4 or 5 months early.
Fact-checking
I know
live,
we've
so
talked about this.
Those
before.
of you who are listening to us in the future, they're probably screaming at
Maybe I'm wrong.
in your headphones or whatnot.
But I know that when it first came out, though, it was not popular.
No.
Of course,
Well,
agreed.
no,
like, at all.
That's confirmed. The Battle Royale made that a sensation.
Yeah,
no doubt about
and
it.
I was waiting. I was gonna actually buy the single because I want to play a single player game.
Yeah, I said it was an online game in the beginning.
Yeah, it was not. That's the thing. It was not online in the beginning.
no, it was. I mean, because they originally had the 4-player co-op, like zombies and monsters invade your town, and you're supposed to work with your crew.
Yeah.
To save the town, because you don't use swords in online. At least
You might now.
you
man.
might now,
I haven't
but
played
not
it in months.
originally. You can in the game, in the single player game, and they've been telling us for a year that
That it's
single
going to
player
be
is going
free.
free.
Yeah, I kept
It's still
hearing
not.
that. I still ain't out. Still ain't out
It
on
tells
the
you.
free.
It tells you when you play the game that, hey, do you really want to buy this because this will be free soon?
Yeah.
It's been saying that same message for like a year.
And they have the money. They should.
I
That
guess it
should
was
have
last
been
year.
free.
Shit. I guess I was wrong.
Seemed like a long time.
Yeah, it still seemed like a long time ago.
Yeah, but you're right. It was not a big hit right off the bat. You're 100% right on that.
Yeah, but it still goes back to. It still says Battle Royale. I'm like, what the fuck?
There's 2 modes. The Battle Royale came out later last year.
Yeah, but the Battle Royale did not come out in.
July. It didn't. You're
Yeah,
right. It came out later. After that period, it dropped first as like just single player. Then they added
No.
on a mode.
PUBG came out only a few months before this game, so
Yeah.
I don't know why they're saying that they copied them.
But
or
remember,
whatever.
that was in like an open beta.
That's true.
So I don't know which iteration was. PUBG came out first, but I don't know which iteration of PUBG like was the official launch start of it.
Sure.
But anyway,
and it came out as a separate game.
yeah,
So
yeah. But what they did was they added on the free battle royale to that.
yeah, it's just kind of weird. Yeah, but there's a single player because it's an epic game, and I'm a huge Unreal fan, which is why I wanted to play it.
Yep.
And for some reason, like the single player game didn't go that well.
Yeah.
And then after Battle Royale came out, that's when it actually, even when Battle Royale came out, right away it wasn't really popular. It was
Took a
like
bit.
years late. It was months later, not years, I guess. But that's when it got really popular.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
You know what game just had like a huge update that I've been seeing around is fucking Warframe.
Oh, there's a bunch of updates for Warframe.
But like the
They never
gameplay,
stopped.
the
Yeah,
game,
yeah.
the gameplay I've seen recently, it looks fucking insane. Like I need to
yeah.
install that game again because when
It
I
was
played
free.
it, yeah, it was free. It was a free game when
still
you first
free.
got the
Nice,
PlayStation. That was
yeah.
like the first game I played, and it was fucking epic. But like all the shit you can do now in it looks amazing.
Yeah. Did y'all also see Game of Thrones? We have a official date.
right.
A game or a TV show?
And the TV,
The TV series Game of Thrones.
The final season.
Yeah, 6 episodes dropping. I think it was March or April.
Only 6 episodes?
Sometimes in 2019.
Yeah, I can't. Fucking...
It's fine. We'll get more after it comes out. So.
Well, we're gonna.
Oh yeah, aren't they doing the prequel stuff?
Yeah, they're doing a couple spin-offs. They're doing a prequel and then like some spin-off series. There's gonna be. It's not like Game of Thrones is going anywhere.
Money
anytime soon.
train.
But just like the core that we're seeing now will be done.
Y'all want to do the B&Bs?
Wait, who saw Overlord?
I did not see it yet, but go ahead.
Yeah, give it.
So Castle Wolfenstein the movie, Wolfenstein the movie. I mean, it's a fun fucking flick. It's a fun flick. I cared about some of the characters. unfortunately, some of the stuff that you see in the trailer is like mostly a lot of the meat and potatoes of the movies. Well, not really. It's like 50-50. But, I mean, it's done in a way that I was kind of didn't really expect because it feels, as some people like may criticize that, it feels more of a war movie than a horror film, kind of. Or it's like a war movie with horror elements to it.
Well, that's what the trailer looked like to me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I guess more people were expecting more zombies and stuff like that, but this is like, it has like an early scene where they're doing like team bonding, and you know, this is a
Who was fucking?
Yeah. Team bonding where they're about to
It's
land.
a lonely trench, bro.
Yeah, well, they're in a plane. They're about to, you know, jump out over Nazi occupied France. And then as they get closer to Paris, planes are getting shot down around them. Their plane gets hit and whatnot. So they have to survive a crash, you know. They have to regroup and then deal with, like, this village that's, like, I guess under control. But they're being taken and experimented on. And then you're dealing with, they have the mission to do, but then do they save these people as well? So it has, and then you see these, like, the effects of this crazy, like,
Are they all American? The little troop, basically? Or do they team up with some of the other folks?
So I'll put this in game perspective. It's like you start out with your squad, so everybody spawns in, and then you kind of join a quote unquote, I'm using air quotes here, French resistance, even though it's not part of the French resistance, even though it's just someone from the village who happens to be French that wants to help in your fight.
So if they're French,
it has like that wannabe squad bonding, so it's like a ensemble film.
Okay.
But there is kind of a lead, though, the young black male.
This sounds like a real movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think a lot of people were off-put by that. They were like, oh, it feels a little bit more serious than I anticipated. I guess they thought this was going to be that, like, Nazis on the moon shit that you can see on fucking Netflix. It's a little bit more thoughtful than that.
Good.
But it's not like a perfect film, obviously. But it's definitely fun. It is a little deeper than you may think, but I mean,
is it balls deep?
Is there good action in this?
Oh yeah, there's plenty of good action on here, but it's not as much though.
Okay.
And unfortunately, you see probably a good 75% of the action in the trailers, but there's enough to keep you there because there's more like dramatic stuff because there's tension within the squad.
Okay.
And that's what drives a lot of what's going on, especially like chain of command. What's more important, the mission or helping people? So,
what's your score?
I give this an 8.
It's not a bad score.
Yeah, I like this a lot. It was fun. It was a fun film. There's a good amount of action. Unfortunately, there's a little bit of a lull in the middle, but I had fun with this movie. I actually cared. Yeah.
That sounds like it's an endorsement, basically.
There you
All right. Be them beachy eyes. What we got?
So there's one here from Front Seat Heater.
Yes.
That's a fucking funny ass name.
Front Seat Theater, isn't it?
No, it says heater.
Sure.
If you use a T and put it in seat.
Well, that's his Twitter handle.
Is it Front Seat Theater? Okay.
Okay.
He's Front Seat Heater. Either one.
Well, anyway, so it says, can she say the N-word when fucking? Check out the meme.
We've answered this before, but there's a meme that goes with this. So,
can we be unanimous on this?
On what?
Answer?
I got an answer for it.
All right. So my answer is fuck no.
Oh.
Hell no.
If you said the N-word while we're fucking, you might wake up somewhere else. I mean, I will. Yeah, that's definitely a no-go area for me.
So I don't know if we can be unanimous completely.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus,
not.
All right.
I'm not against. I mean, look, I've watched a whole lot of Black Patrol. You know what I mean? I've seen there's been racial slurs in the porn that I've watched. You know, I don't have an issue with it per se.
I mean, hold up.
Well, for me, I have the problem with the N-word when somebody black says it to me.
Yeah, I hear you,
So,
but
yeah.
I can't be unanimous in my porn.
I mean, I'm saying if you mid-stroke and she busts out, fuck me, you.
Yeah, it's not porn though. It's somebody's fucking you and drops the N-bomb.
Is that
are
is
you
that the
telling me-
specific question, or is it also blue? You
Have y'all seen
preoccupied?
Yeah, sorry. What was the question?
It's your question, goddammit.
No, this is Front Seat Theater or Heater.
So
but-
is he saying it was the question?
It says, can she say the N-word when fucking?
But what and the
Check
gif?
out the meme.
But the gif was like, or the meme was like of
There's
a
no
porn.
meme on here.
Oh,
There's like a
okay.
porn star. Yeah,
okay.
I didn't put the link to the meme.
Okay.
but
Yeah, the porn star aspect of it, I was like, nah.
Well, so you're imagining if you were in porn, but if you were actually fucking a chick and she...
Or just watching, you know.
Not just or just watching. If you were fucking a chick and she was like, drop the N-bomb when you were fucking, would you be okay with that?
Like she says, fuck with that nigger dick.
Depends on what if there's some role playing going on. I'm not the door is not closed or locked.
All right, well, that door is closed and locked for me. If you drop the N-bomb when we're fucking... Yeah, we're done fucking.
If you say it in mid-stroke, you going to pull out and be like, get out?
Me? Yes. I definitely would.
Okay.
I'd be like, yeah, we're done. Get the fuck out. Don't talk to me again.
What did y'all say?
What's yours, Ninja?
I'm gonna have to kind of side with Prodigy on this.
Oh man.
The door's not completely closed and locked. It might be cracked a little bit. I mean, it's basically like that whole discussion about the wrong hole.
Oh god damn.
So like when you go in and then it's dark and whatnot, and then like she doesn't say nothing to you until you're over and done with, and it's the next day or hour later, and like you was in the wrong hole, and you're like, well, you didn't say nothing.
That's a little different, but all right.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically like you're gonna keep going and then say something after the fact, after everything's said and done. Then you're like,
so you're gonna have a discussion afterwards.
Yeah, have a
after
discussion
the
afterwards. I'm like, Karen. I really don't appreciate you using the N when we're in mid-coitus.
God damn. Blue, what you got?
I gave mine.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was it?
Hell, I said hell fucking
hell
no.
no.
Okay.
Yeah. Come, goddamn man word. Fuck, get out my bed.
All right. So there was the dividing line.
Yeah, we were split. Yeah.
All right, then there was another question that asked, which canceled...
Well, hold on. I think this is a very important thing to say on the podcast.
What?
Prodigy's girlfriend is black.
Yes.
My girlfriend, Cronus, is Caucasian. So that's a big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in this scenario, I was visualizing the white woman that she was using.
Okay.
I mean, there was a GIF attached initially.
If you're white, black, brown, in between, you'd still be getting kicked the fuck out of my bed. Or if I was in your bed, I'd just fucking leave. So
yeah, like the sweetness, she's Mexican, and she said, I'd be like, what the fuck? I mean, I probably wouldn't kick her out of the bed.
You married it.
You married, man.
Sorry, it's a little bit too late for that.
What's the next one?
If I was married, that'd be a...
You divorcing?
To me, it's a deal breaker.
Okay.
Sorry, it's a deal breaker.
There was a couple. I think there was a discussion question as well, but we'll do a Ask Faith and BTI. This is actually for me. Which canceled Marvel show would you bring back?
Like,
Ooh.
This includes network streaming.
I'm bringing back the X-Men animated series, my dudes.
Okay.
Yeah, way back from the 90s. I want to see that again.
I would bring back... MTV had this animated Spider-Man show that was actually pretty fucking good.
Oh,
it got pretty good toward the end.
Does that have to be MCU?
It was cell shaded. It was way before. It was
MTV, you're sure?
MTV.
Yeah,
I think it was MTV.
So check this out. If you know who Lisa Loeb is, she was Mary Jane.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait, does that have to be MCU? Or just comics in general?
Marvel.
I was saying I got this from someone else, but they said MCU.
Oh, okay. I thought you said... Okay, my bad.
Yeah, I did say Marvel, but I guess it should imply MCU show.
I don't give a shit. I'm saying Spawn. Fuck it. The one that was on fucking HBO.
That was a
Yeah.
great one. Yeah.
Spawn is,
Fuck you and your question, I guess.
Spawn is Image. Yeah, Spawn is Image.
I know that, but
Okay.
I'd bring back Spawn. I mean, if I had to really stick to MCU, it would be Luke Cage, because it just got
there you
canceled.
go.
So
Jeez, yeah.
for no reason.
Yeah.
My second one would be the Blade series. That was pretty good on Spike.
Oh yeah, with
Yeah.
Sticky Fingers.
Yeah, that was good.
He did
Was
good.
that
Yeah.
Was that good? I didn't
Yes,
watch
it was good. Go back
Good.
and watch it.
It was on Spike TV, right?
Yeah.
I think you can actually watch it on CW Seed.
Yeah.
It was hard to watch in the beginning just because it wasn't fucking Wesley Snipes, but he fucking pulled that role.
Yeah, he looks nothing like Wesley.
He was a whole lot smaller than Wes.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's just there aren't a whole lot of MCU specific like TV series, with the exception like Shield and the Netflix stuff.
Yeah.
But
That's pretty much. I'm gonna say Agent Carter.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I'd have Agent Carter come back for at least for another season.
I will always say if that show had dropped right after Cap 1, it would have done much better. It really would have. So
Probably.
anyway, What else we got?
I actually gotta ask BTI question for you guys. So this was there was like a meme that came up earlier on Facebook, and Cronus had mentioned the whole like waking up early up in the morning, making yourself a bowl of cereal. My question is, what goes in the bowl first? Do you pour the cereal?
Oh, don't
and
do
then
this.
the milk?
Don't fucking do
Or do you do milk?
We need to be unanimous on this,
And
goddammit.
then the cereal.
Okay. If you're one of these fucking weirdo animals that puts the goddamn milk in first,
you.
you're a fucking weirdo. You're a psychopath. I don't give a fuck what you say.
Who the fuck does that?
Strange
There's people out there.
I swear to God. If I saw one of my kids doing that, I would the record would stop, and I'd be like, okay, you got to leave. Orphanage, something.
I sent him to the orphanage.
Yeah. Oh, man. I don't understand it. It's unnatural.
Yes.
That fucking doesn't belong on Earth.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, how do you know how much milk to put in there if you don't know how much cereal you got in there?
It just, yeah.
At least with cereal, when you pour the cereal in there, you pour the milk until it's like a little bit of, like, almost to the top of the
Hold on,
cereal.
I'm going to ask you a question. All right. It could be just me, but your milk to cereal ratio should be off. It should be more cereal than milk.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Like, what the fuck?
And then, like, cereal, it fucking floats, so you don't fucking know.
Some people drown it more than others. I've seen that, which is weird,
Well, no,
but not as weird as this.
It's okay because you could just add more cereal to even that shit out.
No. Wait, who does this? Who pours milk first and then cereal?
Fucking psychopaths.
I don't.
Wait, you know what's crazy? This is before I knew about like the importance of how sugar was like addictive and not good for you.
Mm-hmm.
Is I remember I used to love shit like Cheerios, right? But I didn't actually like Cheerios. Now that I think about it, I used to like putting sugar on Cheerios.
Oh,
yeah.
I was about to say Cheerios aren't that sweet like the regular
but
Cheerios.
like who the fuck eats plain Cheerios?
Oh, I do it now, but yeah.
Well, because you're an adult, you want
Yeah.
to get a fucking heart attack.
yeah,
but,
yeah.
You know,
But yeah, as a kid, yeah, you put
but
sugar on it.
Sugar doesn't really. Well, actually, it kind of does. So, but yeah, putting sugar on your cereal is not the way to go. You're basically, if you put sugar on your cereal, you're eating cake for breakfast.
Basically.
That's what you're doing.
I've seen people do it on frosted and chocolate cereal, and I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, that's all bad.
And they're like, I can't feel my foot no more.
Yeah, what the
I'm
fuck?
gonna get my dialysis right after this.
Yeah, but I mean, just the regular Cheerios, even Honey Nut, those they're sweet enough, at least to me now.
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
taste
Like,
buds.
I don't eat breakfast anymore. So
Yeah, like it's like someone putting fucking sugar on the Honey Smacks.
Oh yeah, those are
I'm
already.
like, dude, these
Wait,
are
wait.
already sweet as fuck.
So what is your favorite cereals?
What do you call it? Fruity Pebbles.
Wow, really?
That one
I
got
love Fruity
soggy very quickly,
It does.
but I do
Very
like the
quick.
flavor.
You have to do definitely more cereal than milk with that. If you put too much milk, it's you're eating fucking soup.
Apple Jacks or Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Apple Jacks?
used to go.
They
I
don't-
used to ride
they
hard.
don't fucking taste like apples.
Yeah,
Saying.
they don't. They
You're
don't.
fucking weird.
Wait.
Yeah, but it was a tasty cereal, you know.
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Cinnamon,
too.
Toast-
Cinnamon- that's
Cinnamon
good.
Toast Crunch is pretty good.
So as a kid, I loved the fuck out of Crunch Berries. Not Captain Crunch, but Crunch Berries. That shit
Yeah.
was fucking delicious.
That was hard to find.
And then like
Yeah.
later on in life, Rice Krispie Treat cereal was the shit.
oh, I
Oh,
had
yeah,
that.
that's
I had
right.
that one time in my life, and it was good. I remember that.
I got a box of that shit recently. That shit fucked my insides. I was on the toilet, blowing up my goddamn sphincter.
Not 9 years old anymore.
My body cannot take all that goddamn sugar.
Got that old man damn near 40 fucking guts now.
Yeah,
What was yours, Kronos?
So Captain Crunch was, the Crunch Berry was
yeah.
there, and also Lucky Charms.
Oh yeah.
That was a pretty good one. Yeah.
Nobody said Fruit Loops.
No, because
Fruit Loops and Apple Jacks were very similar.
they are. They're disgusting. I'm just saying.
Quick, I guess.
Actually, you know what I should do? I should go back and eat because I don't eat breakfast anymore, and I don't eat generally. I mean, even though I just ate a piece of candy on the podcast, but I usually don't eat sweet things. I should go back and actually try like old cereals I used to like eat.
Yeah.
Don't-
Get a variety pack from Costco.
Yeah, and then see like how they.
I was gonna say don't fuck with the Frosting Flakes because I used to love that as
I
a
used to
kid.
love it too,
I tried
yeah.
that shit recently. I was like, this ain't nothing but goddamn sugar.
Well, it's all just
So goddamn
most of
sweet.
them are just sugar, which is like that's the problem, and that's why if you were in school, you remember going to school and you're tired as fuck because it's because you fucking ate cereal. Because it's like you spike your insulin like super early in the morning, your body's like, "What the fuck?"
Or when you have the Eggo waffles and you put a whole bunch of syrup on them.
that's not how you like. You're getting all this sugar, all these carbohydrates, and then
Spike.
you don't do anything.
And then you crash.
Yeah, that's why you're fucking tired. So stop being tired.
Was there one more B than BTI?
There's a quick discussion because we were
What you got?
talking about, all these new services that are about to come up and that are already on their way. So how many streaming services do y'all have? So
Wait, have or pay for? Two different things.
I got Cody. That's one.
Yeah.
That's all of them.
And real talk. I mean, what are we
so
saying?
that you
I'll say-
have because you're paying for like a service that you actually pay for that you use, not a service that you have that you just kind of
Individually or as a household?
Ooh, that's a good point
that's
too.
a good one.
Yeah.
Let's
See,
see.
that's how single you are, old ninja.
Yeah, let's keep it individual.
Individual?
Yes.
Okay.
One for me then. Just Netflix that I pay for and have.
Blue, you thinking?
For streaming, so I or we just name it. Wait, so I got Netflix for sure. I have Amazon Prime account.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have Crunchyroll,
I don't
and
use Prime.
I have just those three.
Okay.
So I have
Yeah.
Crunchyroll, Amazon Prime. I have UFC Fight Pass. I have Flow Grappling.
That's a separate one?
That's a separate one.
Wow.
It's jiu-jitsu stuff, basically. And then K-Mac has stuff, too. So she has Netflix.
Okay.
So
Okay.
And she has, I think, another Netflix. Yeah, that's basically it.
You
Also,
didn't hear no CBS All Access?
Well, and I get PlayStation View.
Oh,
So
okay.
but it's not. I mean, it's a streaming
Yeah,
service,
it's
but
a-
I cut the cord.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
I also
I've-
use the CW app too.
I feel like
That's free, though.
PlayStation
Yeah, it's
View.
free.
It's not an ISP, but I feel like it's kind of like.
Well, yeah, it's not a service provider.
Yeah, it's not a pervert, but it kind of feels like it though.
Well, no, it's
Yeah.
no. This you're confusing ISP with like a cable service.
Yeah, I am, but even though I know it doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
But
What was yours?
mine, I just have Netflix really. And like I know, like a reason why I bring this up is everyone keeps talking about all the new ones that are coming up. You got CBS All Access, which is available, which just came out, DC Universe, and then we're gonna get Disney Plus next year. And people were like, especially Mishka, she brought this up. There's too many services to be paying for because each one wants a chunk of your wallet that you're paying monthly.
Yeah, I mentioned this I think on the last podcast. I was
Yep.
like, we were all praying to people for the cable services to unbundle.
Yep.
And they did it, and now they kind of unbundled too much because now we're actually paying more than what you would have paid for if you would have just bundled. So yeah, it's
And
kind of ridiculous.
so-
Well, that's why I like having. I have PlayStation View with like the Ultimate service because for like I think it's like $75 a month, I get the vast majority of shit that you would get with cable through like other means.
Makes sense.
And then the other ones I just pick up on like Netflix and what's the other ones? The other shit that I
Hulu.
mentioned, yeah, and the other shit that I get from other sources.
Yeah. So I mean, I plan on getting Disney Plus. That'll probably be my second subscription because I don't have Amazon, I don't have Hulu, but I have a feeling that we're gonna see more unbundling as the next 2 years.
And I'll just steal somebody's credentials. I don't give a fuck. I mean, like,
What the fuck?
you know, if necessary, because I'm not doing a bunch of these. I still haven't cut the cord. I'm probably going to maybe next year, but you know, it's getting too fucking pricey.
I mean, PlayStation
Yes.
View. There's like a Sling TV. There's a bunch of them that are like.
yeah,
For me, that covers your bases.
yeah.
And then you pay a little bit extra, but it's still less than I was paying like over $100 a month for Dish Network because I got
Yeah.
like all the channels.
And the only thing that keeps me tied to cable at all, God, we're really getting into this, but obviously I want some of my live sports.
You get live sports with PlayStation View and all the other ones too.
That's great. So yeah,
So what's cool? Like I saw this earlier. I kind of posted in our offline chat. But Amazon has a DVR that I think it's out now. But I think it's like about $200, and it has like either you can get a 500 gig hard drive or a 1,000 gig hard drive. But it records live TV. But you have to provide your own, and so it does over the air TV channels. So like all your basic channels, like between like 2 to like 36 or whatever the basic channels are. But you can record live TV and watch it later, which is kind of cool. And there's no subscription fee. Like once you buy the hardware, that's it. And you can stream it through your Fire TV.
Well, and,
So it's a separate device, and it streams to your Fire TV.
right. Well, this is why I like the View is because they have unlimited DVR because it's online.
nice.
The DVR, which is great.
That's good shit.
So somebody else had a B2B tag question. It was a Wild All. Thank you very much.
What is that?
What recent video game do you want to see as a fan-made film? Well, fan-made films I'm not a huge fan of. I gotta be honest.
yeah, some of those are crap.
Yeah, some of them are total
What was the
shit.
question
What?
again?
Oh, go ahead. Read it again.
Which recent video game do you want to see as a fan-made film? But honestly, I'd really want to see God of War, the most recent one, as any kind of film.
Okay.
I thought it was a really good story. So.
Well, I mean, there's that person. Actually, it wasn't fan made; it was industry made. But there was like the Ryu or Street Fighter versus Power Rangers. That kind of trailer was kind of cool to see. But it was based off a mobile game.
It was super cheesy, but it was cool at the same time.
I can't fucking stand Power Rangers, but I will say Metal Gear Solid 5 would be very, very interesting. Phantom Pain. What you got?
So it's kind of coming. I mean, obviously, this can't be fan made, but Mass Effect. Mass Effect as
no, you could still do some fan made shit.
Yeah, but like if you're trying to do the entire scope of the entire story of the first 3 games,
what was that guy's name? That was like the really good fucking fan made. God damn it!
There's a few. Freddie W does.
Yeah, Freddie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
They put time and effort into it.
He does, and now he has his own big thing. But I mean, they're doing Monster Hunter, so I guess anything's possible.
Yeah, I'm iffy on that.
Iffy? Are you serious? Have you seen this shit?
Iffy. I did not stutter.
So hold on.
You should be. I'm a fan of the game, and it already sounds like trash. They have the U.S. Army versus monsters.
Go ahead.
It's bullshit.
Okay, so I saw the picture you were talking about, and I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, this is bullshit. Like, you can't have army people in that shit. And then, did you see the next thing that Mila Jovovich posted?
No, I did not. I was like,
it's with like the sling. What's it called? Thing on the arm?
Oh, it's called the slinger.
Yeah, the slinger. It's her with like the armor and the slinger. So apparently they get transported into the Monster World universe, and they have to like get they basically, what I understand, they're gonna use shit from like the Monster World universe, from like Monster World, not from the other games.
Yeah. Because I heard it's heavily influenced off of Monster Hunter World,
but it's still probably gonna be garbage. I got you.
Yeah, I'm still. Nothing you say is changing my iffiness.
Yeah, Paul W.S. Anderson, who's taken over Dr. Uwe Boll. Actually, he's better than Uwe Boll, but by a long shot.
If I directed a movie, it'd be better than Uwe Boll.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this up.
Wait, I didn't get my game.
God damn.
So, my game would be, so if you're a mobile gamer, the creators of Pokemon Go, they also made this game called Ingress, where basically there's...
Yeah.
I mean, this is kind of a fan-made... I mean, there's kind of a fan-made video out there, but what the game is that certain portals started to open up in the world, and you have to find these portals, and they're all like landmarks. And like you end up being in 2 different teams. Like there's like the blue team, red team. I can't remember what their names are anymore. It's the Enlightened and the something else.
The Endarkened.
the dark side. But the whole purpose of the game is that you go to these like landmarks and you try to take over this portal, trying to make it. It's basically capture the flag in real life.
Okay.
And so you capture the flag. Well, if you have portals that are near each other, they'll start to link up and your forces start to get stronger. So basically, I like to see like a live action version of that, of people like, I don't know, fighting over these portals to try to capture them or something. The game seems like real interesting. That would be cool to see what some fan can do with that.
Sounds fun. All right, old ninja, what you got populating this week?
So I'm gonna try to finish more Red Dead before the online component goes live. I got to find out what's going on with Battlefield 5. I don't know if I don't think it already released, but people are saying it came out
this week.
already.
Thursday, Friday, something.
So I'll be doing some Battlefield 5 when it comes out or when not. Even though we haven't been talking about it, but we probably should a bit more because of the Golden Eggplant Awards is TV shows.
Yeah,
we haven't really been talking about it. We've been kind of slacking, but I've been watching, actually trying to catch up on my DC TV. I know. Blue's been watching some.
Last episode of Flash, the fucking villain was creepy as fuck.
Yeah, it was pretty super crazy. Even though he didn't really do anything, he was just super creepy with his clown mask and shit. And if you see, I call Flash now the Redbone Show. Oh man,
Red Dress Iris, goddamn.
Redbone's all up in that show. Arrow's been kind of crazy. It went in a direction I didn't expect, and it's still actually somewhat surprising me so far. Legends is great.
Love Constantine on there.
Yeah, I think Prodigy, you need to start from season 2 and on. Fuck season 1 because it's completely different. It's got dank humor, which I'm surprised about because I didn't expect I'd want this, and it's been great since they changed the tone of season 1. They don't have the Thanagarians in it ever since then. They do switch out a couple characters, but
damn, you doing a whole review of this?
Yeah,
shit,
but it's a fun show. So I've been trying to catch up on that. Other than that, probably scoping out some Black Friday shit. See if I'm gonna do a plan of attack.
Good shit. Blue, what you got?
What am I doing this week? Job searching for one thing.
There you go.
Definitely trying to find a new job. I'm doing one of my friend's birthday is this weekend. So she's doing one of those murder mystery dinner things.
Oh, those are fun.
Which is kind of cool, but
So you're gonna kill him and be like, who did it?
basically that's what it is. We're basically playing Clue. But so a lot of the characters, most of the characters are female characters. So I decided to kind of go with the role. So I'm gonna be kind of dressed up as a girl for the position or for the role, or whatever. So
full fooder. You don't go full fooder, bro.
Oh, I never talked about my Halloween costume. So yeah, the Sweetness and I we did drag for Halloween. So
I'm sensing a theme here with you, Blue.
Well, no. So for Halloween, the Sweetness wanted to do drag. I'm like, okay, whatever, we do drag. But then my friend was like, hey, I'm doing this murder mystery thing. You want to participate? I'm like, all right, cool. She's like, well, it looks like we only have girls roles. Are you down with doing that? And the drags that we did for Halloween was 1920s theme, and it happened to be the same theme for her murder mystery. So I'm basically recycling a goddamn costume.
All right.
But I'm not going full drag. I'm just going to wear like a wig and maybe a dress, but we'll see.
Sure, Blue.
In high heels too.
Other than that,
White panties.
I did a photo shoot recently, and I've been editing pictures for that, so that's got my time. This fucking wildfire shit that's going on is fucking on my whole schedule because like I'm trying to like start working out again, but like you can't really go outside because you fucking die. But one thing I don't know, did I talk about my cycling event I did a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah, with the flat tire, the tire, and the
no, other thing. Okay, no, I didn't talk about it. So, not this weekend, but the weekend before that, I was with my one of my groomsmen, Ben, and we did a bike event out in Lodi, and I didn't know Lodi had wineries. So this bike event was like a 43-mile bike ride, and you stopped at different fucking wineries, and there was 13 wineries that you stopped at. So actually, it might have even been more than that. But like, so you have so part of the bike ride is you get free tastings. So when you stop at these wineries, you get like about 5 tastings, which is fucking crazy.
Shit.
But like, there wasn't really any kind of system and plan. So the bike ride costs $65 to participate, and it includes like lunch at the end. It includes lunch, food at the end, and all the wine tasting at all the wineries that you want to stop to. You didn't have to stop at the winery. You can just kind of pass them up if you wanted to. But I was kind of on the late freight, and I forgot to buy my tickets, and they sold out because they only had a limit of 600 tickets. Yeah. Well, I'm like, fuck it, I'll just do it. Like, what are they gonna say? Like, oh, you can't ride your bike here. So like, everybody's got their tickets, and like normally when you do a biking event, like they give you like a number, but all they did was give people wristbands. Well, none of the wineries were fucking checking.
Oh my god.
So I went to all these wineries full free, and I had lunch full free. It wasn't until the very end that like they were checking like bracelets for the food at the end. I'm like, and all they had was pizza. So I'm like, I didn't miss out. But it was a really fun bike ride.
Like, I didn't miss out. I'm drunk.
Yeah, I'm drunk blue, baby. But no, so like I didn't get fucking like wasted. Like I stopped at like maybe 3 wineries, because one of the wineries we stopped at was there's a winery called Michael David, and they make this wine called Seven Deadly Sins, which a friend of ours introduced me to. Yeah. And I stopped there, but like I didn't really get fucking toasted because I know I'm fucking riding a bike. Like I don't want to be fucking drunk and like get hit by a car, fucking run off the road or something like that.
Or get DUI.
Or get a DUI because you are on a fucking moving vehicle. But yeah, it was just a really fun event, and I'll definitely do it again. I definitely would pay for it too, just because I was fucking super hungry at the end. But yeah, it was a fun bike ride, and it was flat. It was all in flat land, so
apparently you can't get a DUI on a horse.
Yeah, you
can
cannot.
or cannot.
Cannot.
Oh, okay.
But it has a mind of its own.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Okay.
I need to get a horse.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
Horse and stable.
I've ridden horses a couple times, and every time is like getting jackhammered in the fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Every fucking time. Maybe my balls hang low. I don't fucking know, but Jesus, it was horrible.
It's not good times. Carlos, what you got populating?
Oh, this weekend I'll probably be working on the shed a little bit more. Apparently, if it's gonna rain next week, I definitely got to work on it and finish up the like the very top of the shed, because it's basically the exterior is done except for like the very last strip of shingles and like the ridge vent, and then we're good to go, and it'll be watertight.
Yeah, and then just insulating and power and
floor. There's like a bunch of more shit to do on the inside.
Yeah.
So it's just like a bunch of little shit.
It's coming together, man. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Good shit. I'm just getting ready for this Thanksgiving. I'm gonna try to check out Overlord. I'm gonna try to check out some more CW stuff, and definitely play some more Red Dead 2. And I gotta still jump back on zombie mode with the squad, and even some Destiny Forsaken.
Oh yeah, we should probably try to squeeze some Battlefield 1 before Battlefield 5, maybe.
I'm down. Just hit me up. Let me know.
All right.
Check us out.
Check us out on the interwebs, all over the internet with Be Then BTI. That's at Be Then BTI, BTHAN BTI. Facebook, Stitcher, Player FM, SoundCloud. On YouTube, search for Black and Black Times Infinity. If you do Be Then BTI, you might get weird results. Check out our official website, BenHatProductions.com/Be Then BTI. Check us out on Amazon. We have our own app on there. And on Twitch, twitch.tv/Be Then BTI. Check out for some Red Dead Redemption shit and whatever kind of gaming craziness we got.
R.I.P. Stanley.
Man, Excelsior.
In penetrating further and further into the unknown vastness of space.
Code 8 plans coming soon.
Thank you.